I mean, I haven't stopped singing "Ooh La La" since Sunday. Ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah yeah, ooh la la. Fam, how you doing this evening? Is everything all right? Of course it is. Do you notice how your life seems to be in a glow when the 49ers are doing good things and the Cowboys are not happy? And that's just, there's a bliss. There's something about this utopia. I mean, it's just the perfect thing. Oh my God, I get such a rush. Fam, let's continue the basket this week in the aftermath of a cowboy beatdown. Oh God, Micah Parsons. Oh, you just don't know. Hey, fam, you know what? Let's get started. Niners neutralized Dallas. The Niners versus Cowboys game was supposed to be the first litmus test of the year for the San Francisco 49ers, right? We came in again. You know what I'm going to stop doing, though? I'm going to stop worrying. Somebody's mentioned Cleveland Browns supposed to be the number one defense until we play them. The Cowboys are supposed to be the number one defense. So that fires Fred. You saw his press conference. That makes Fred actually angry. You don't want to make him angry. You just don't. If that was the litmus test, and I did indeed pass that test with flying red and gold colors, there was no doubt about it. Total domination. I still can't get over the fact that they had to pull the 49ers off of the Cowboys before the game was over. What? Really? Oh my God. Go to the phones for your take on how the Niners manhandled them boys week 5 in shocking fashion and continue to be one of only 2 undefeated teams in the NFL. Woo, God. Oh, man. Fam, 49ers domination and reasons. Here's the thing, fam. Brock Purdy, 17 of 24, 252 yards and 4 TDs. It's time to come. The time has come to dismiss the accusations of Brock Purdy being nothing more than a game manager. People are still out there trying to say it. Oh, well, you know, Brock, you can plug and play any quarterback in that offense system. Oh, how ignorant. No, you can't. There's been some that have been plugged and they didn't play well. You know, let's make a case to put the myth of Purdy being categorized as a game manager. 87% of his throws have been completed. Who else is doing that, really? I don't care what system you're in. You, as a quarterback, you have to read and make the throw. And you got to make the right reads, and you've got to make good throws. I don't care how great your receivers are. You got to make good throws so they can handle it. So this is not easy. Some people like to make it out to be. Oh, you know what? Fam, just to add substance, let me check over here for a second at another page that I was looking at, because as I looked at you look at Brock Purdy, 17 to 24, 250 yards, 4 TDs, right? Christian McCaffrey. Here's the thing. Now here's a glowing testimony to go. Christian McCaffrey had 19 carries, only had 51 yards. So now here's what I was talking about earlier in the season. I said, you cannot shut down every last weapon on that offense. It's just not possible anymore. It just isn't. So the guy that they brought over to make me feel better about igniting that 49er offense just all the time, they finally slowed him down. I'll tell you, I'll hit on that in a minute too. By the way, fam, 10 carries, 69 yards for Jordan Mason. That's a 6.9 average. He had a TD. Fam, Kyle, please let Jordan Mason play Kyle. He could platoon. You don't have to run McCaffrey to death. You just don't. Let that boy play. God. And as I look down here further, let me see. George Kittle. You see, this is what I'm saying. You can slow McCaffrey down all you like. George Kittle has a day. This is what my dreams have been. All right. When you double team one person, you're successful with your defensive efforts on this guy. You did all right on this guy, but there's four more guys. This is the offense from hell. I didn't even know. Oh my God. 3 TDs. Oh, three receptions, 67 yards. Brandon Ayuk staying steady. 4 receptions, 58 yards. Debo 3 for 55. You know, these numbers are starting to look like a quarterback that knows what he's doing. The distribution is going down the line. You take one away from Brock Purdy, it's fine. You can keep him. I got more. You, they got Juice involved this week. 4. He got a TD, 4 receptions, 26 yards. Third and Juwan. Juwan is like now. Juwan used to be essential. We need a third down. We look for Juwan. He could be part of it. He still is. And he had one for 19 yards. But fam, Brock Purdy, you see, he's out there armed and dangerous. So anybody that thinks the 49ers are one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, no, it's not going to be the case. The 49ers have a plethora of destruction. So, so the league has to admit right now that Brock Purdy is the highest performing QB in the NFL, as absurd as that sounds to a lot of people. There's people still giving pushback on that, Nick, right? But Nick, what the? And so, you're going to still get those guys out there perpetuating silliness. Here's the thing, fam. Dan Quinn versus Kyle Shanahan was supposed to be a concern for us coming into this game, right? I was kind of concerned. I'm learning now to go ahead and start get cocky. I used to be cocky all the time until I got slapped into knowing that we weren't always going to be just dominant, right? Shanahan versus Dallas and Quinn. Dan Quinn, and he should know better. You can't run cover one. You can't run cover one on the 49ers. How many teams have tried to run cover one on the 49ers this year? You put that safety down, we're going to stop them from running. Just can't. Please continue. Now you talk Shanahan. See, this is the thing about Kyle Shanahan. You cannot do the same thing to Kyle Shanahan defensively all the time. Kyle Shanahan is like a predator. When it comes to, he's just watching, stalking. Oh, they did that? They did that? Oh, they did that. I have something for that. And fortunately, Kyle Shanahan has veterans out in that field now that have been with them for a while, that Kyle Shanahan can just turn this knob. He's like adjusting things as he goes along. So whatever you did to him last time defensively, you're going to get smoked the next time. And I love that so much. Anyway, it worked. Okay. A little bit of what they did worked on CMC. This is not the best game he's had this season. But as I say, the Niners always got many, many options. You can take one away. It's not going to matter. As soon as that ball is snapped, Shanahan has already made a shift strategically to thwart whatever efforts you got out there to try to stop the 49ers offense. Nick Bosa, the defense started to talk about that. We know now. It's Fred Warner quoted as we say, yeah, we saw that first scrimmage. We saw that first series with our offense going down and scoring. We said, we got this. Fred said that after the first series of the game. Nick Bosa, similar thoughts, Nick Bosa. Yeah, as long as we got the offense we got, we feel pretty confident, and all we got to do is what we do. Fam, for the first time, for those who are always yelling about Super Bowl, I am 100% on board with you. I don't see a defense out there that's going to stop the 49ers offense. About our defense, wait till they really get secure with what Wilkes is doing. They're looking better every week, right? This is a juggernaut, a big red and gold machine. Oh, Finn, here's the thing now. The one thing that is concerning to me, it's being reported that the Niners are starting to become overly confident. And some of them are apparently struggling to stay grounded. I don't want that. I really don't. I want them to continue to, eye of the tiger, he's a king. I mean, you can't take your foot off the gas. Don't become complacent. Stay mad. Do like Richard Sherman used to. Richard Sherman used to make things up and misquote people just to keep himself fired up. Hell, I used to do that. You know what? When I was playing ball, even guys on my own team pissed me off. You know, if they made one or two comments, I'll be laughing. You motherfucking son of a man. Let's go back out here and hit it. Let's go again. You know, so the Niners D must have to believe they can stop any team in the league, and they have every right to think that for now, as long as it doesn't affect their focus. Bam, listen to this to get some more perspective. The Niners have posted 33.4 points per game. They've not stopped with that. They put 42 up on what was supposedly the best defense in the NFL. They didn't even say anything about the Eagles. They didn't say anything about us. The Cowboys are the best defense in the NFL. We laughed. Some of us did. I didn't. Because I'm always concerned. When they say things like that, I start to believe the hype. I even believe Micah Parsons on occasion. I don't anymore. Micah Parsons is an idiot. And they've only allowed that average, and they've only allowed that, what averages out to only 13.6 points per game. San Francisco has eclipsed the 30-point mark in all 5 contests, and the only team to cross the 20-point threshold on the team was the Rams with that chicken shit field goal, but had no effect on the score whatsoever. They weren't going to win the game with that field goal. They kind of messed the average up. I think it could have been less. It's okay, though. With 5 games down, the 49ers are leading the NFL in point differential at plus 99. The top 5. 49ers plus 99, Bills plus 79. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. Cowboys plus 51, Chiefs plus 48, Dolphins plus 46. Fam, that's an extraordinary level of play for a team to keep up across 5 weeks. And they reach those numbers without any hugely lopsided performances. They've been consistent, methodical, nothing but sheer domination. In every quarter and every half, they become a well-oiled machine. At some point, these numbers are likely to come back down to earth a little bit. We know this. It's not going to be like this all the way for 17 weeks. But you know, for the fact of the matter is, they're a veteran group. They know what it takes to kick butt, and they can make. I'm not afraid of what they're going to do anymore. They're not a bunch of dumbass kids that are going out there doing things, getting all pumped up, and the next minute get B-slapped like Micah Parsons, who had, by the way, a couple of iffy games. And also, the 49ers have set up what is needed to be done to stop Micah Parsons. Look for every team in the league to start ruining what he does. So next, we have a conversation. We'll have to hear about Micah Parsons is competing with Nick Bosa for the Defensive Player of the Year. Although, you know what's so funny? I don't know who's the front runner for that right now. It's probably not Nick. It ain't Micah either, though. So who is the bad butt of the NFL right now defensively? Is it the guy over in Detroit? Detroit concerns me, fam. They really do. But anyway, it's hard to ignore the Niners' current success and how good the Niners' first 5 games have been per those point differential numbers. And it has to be tough for the toughest vet to not start enjoying himself via his own ego. You know, you start to feel good about yourself. You start getting really, it's hard to contain that. And finally, have you had enough of Micah Parsons' podcast? So really, seriously, come on, Micah. Laugh now, cry later. About George Kittle's shirt? That really bothered you that much? I mean, okay. I must admit, if one of the Cowboys was walking around saying bleep the Niners, I probably would have been a little pissed off too. But you know what? You got to beat people. You know, and Debo is right. It's always personal anyway. It is. Been that way since before you were born, Micah. And by the way, Micah hasn't won anything yet anyway, so I don't know why he's saying all the things he's saying on that podcast. There's other podcasters out there saying things, and they got a right to. They've been winning. Micah, you play for the Cowboys. You guys have been a tragedy for a while now. You're still writing that same book, and it's still got the same strange ending after every chapter. You need to shut up and work on some things, and then come back and talk and win something. You look like an average ball player Sunday. And he's on his podcast talking trash. You need to stop threatening people. Santa Clara is not scared. We're not. They're just not. So, And, Dee was also right about the fact that you aren't in any hurry to see. There's no way that the Cowboys can't wait to play the Cowboys again. I mean, they can have 49ers again. There's no way. Stop woofing. My God. Oh. So, Lions players have admitted to reporters that them boys running rhetoric did indeed inspire them. You know how they always say they shut out the noise and focus and concentrate? No, they don't. They don't. They're hearing every last word that's being said. But when you come in front of the microphones and the media asks you questions, you say things like, who said the what? He said that? Yeah, we do all our talking out on the field. We don't really pay much attention to what's being said. We just block out the noise and put our nose down to the grind and just get it done. They hear everything. Because social media days, somebody will call you and tell you, hey, yo, Fred, man, you know what they said about you? What, man? They said that you're overrated, you got too much support behind you, and you ain't all that. Who said that? Can you tell me who said it? JC, I just made that up as an example, by the way. Nobody said that. Nobody, you know what? Nobody in their right mind would say that about Fred Warner. You don't want to get him pumped up. You just don't. JC, sup, fam? I think it's time to put Purdy up next to John. No. Guys, wait. I'm telling you right now. JC, thanks for the contribution. I'm not putting that about Hall of Fame or Super Bowl winner. I'm not going to pull that thing down again. The next time I put something up, it stays forever. So, you know how we do, JC. He's blocked is one bad game. That's all he's going to need. Media is bad enough, they're going to get on him. But 49er fans are going to get all over him, too. That's what we do. So I ain't going to have to hear all that. Oh, wait. I got Rice, Clark, some of the legends up there. But he can't say nothing. If he's a Super Bowl winner, can't say nothing. Hey, yo, Dre. Hey, Robert Stavis says, don't forget Ronbo. Our new weapon playing Sunday. Oh, yes, indeed. Randy Gregory, the man with two first names. Dre, come on in, fam. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, hey, are you proud of your team or what, Dre? Are they invincible? Have you arrived to the point where you've gotten cocky enough to believe that you cannot be beat? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm starting to feel that way. But you go ahead.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I was just talking shit to my coworker today. He was just saying, y'all gonna lose to the Browns. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing out my mouth today.
Because we might. But you know what? The Browns are not a rival of ours. And friggin' Cowboys are. We sent them home in a body bag. That's all I wanted to do. I could actually live with a loss next week. Man.
Yeah, if we lose, it is what it is, to be honest. Honestly, because you've been saying, I don't want to go undefeated. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I wouldn't really want to. At least, one or two games, you feel me? But we got to drop. Well, not got to, but I'd be a little more comfortable going into the playoffs and shit, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Because they reboot. When the 49ers lose, they reboot. The last couple of years, that's been the case. After we lost to Kansas City, man, oh my God. We started playing some football. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get all the way to the playoffs and haven't lost the game yet when you didn't have that moment where you got fired up and recharged. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, honestly, but I think we'll beat the Browns. I know their defense is good and all, but they only scored 19 points. They only scored 19 points, and we only let up 13 or something like that, so I didn't even tripping.
Hey, is Deshaun Watson? I didn't check in that. Is Deshaun Watson? Is he back in the fold?
I don't think he's gonna play. Honestly, I've seen on Twitter. People are like, he's scared. He doesn't want to play the Niners.
I wish they wouldn't say that. Now he's gonna get fired up. Oh man, they can't be talking about me. I'm Deshaun Watson. Okay. You know what though? He's not in good playing shape. He's making a lot of errors that a player makes when they haven't played for a while. He can come on out.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I think we got a pretty good chance of winning by 2 scores. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I wonder what
But yeah, I was just gonna touch up on the game again. How the whole Debo. You see what Debo said to Micah?
Yeah. Man,
He said
you don't want nothing to
it
do
could
with
have been
this,
a
man.
lot
Next
worse.
time it might be worse. Micah hasn't said anything yet either.
Like
I'm surprised.
we could have dropped 50. We could have dropped 60 on them.
Could
But
have.
Kyle Shanahan was like, no,
Put his
no,
foot.
you know, everybody come out. Let's everybody else get a little bit in. Sam Darnold, everybody. I wish Sam Darnold would have threw the ball though, at least a couple
He might as
times.
well get some practice in. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like there was a whole like 12 minutes left. Like, come on now.
Most of the fourth quarter. When was the last time that happened? Do you remember time when the 49ers left early in the fourth quarter to go take a shower and get a sandwich and come back out and enjoy the game?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Against the
I honestly
Cowboys.
enjoyed that though. People when the backups came in and Oren Burks got a pick and shit. That shit was lit.
Hey,
on Dak
was that Dak?
Yeah, it was on Dak.
Dak storing picks against the backups. Oh God! I didn't pay that much. Wow.
Yeah, he was just throwing them to us. He's like, "You get a pick. You get a pick." Here you go, Fred Warner. Here you go, Oren Burks. Don't forget Tyshawn Gibson too. Yeah. He threw that to Tyshawn Gibson like he was a receiver.
It didn't look like it. I mean, who was he throwing? Dak. That's why they don't let him do that anymore. Because Dak's having vision problems. I said it last year when he threw that right to that defender against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I said, Jack, you and him are looking at each other. You and the defender looking right at each other. And you threw it anyway? Why did you do that? You couldn't see him. I got to believe that.
He's seeing ghosts like Daniel Jones. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Our defense is swarming all 11 guys to the ball nonstop, and I love the defense. Like, we play so vicious. Like, I love that shit.
I would tell you, man, that defense is, and they're getting crazier by the week now because their confidence is soaring. They know what they're capable of, and they really do realize they can't be stopped.
We can't, honestly, and everybody better start giving Purdy his roses, his flowers, everything. He deserves everything.
You know,
he's in the lead. He's in the lead for the MVP race. Like, he's just doing everything that we want him to do and more. And I love him. I love Purdy for real. And I hope people start recognizing, because I mean, if they don't start recognizing, he's just gonna keep proving them wrong anyways. So it don't even matter.
And that could be a good thing, Dre. Keep saying what
I
you
love
say
being
about
the underdog.
him. Keep letting him think that you don't appreciate his efforts. That's only gonna fire him up. Keep him fired up.
I love being the underdogs. It just makes everything so much sweeter, especially when you win.
Yes.
Not even just win, dominate.
Yeah. Exactly. And we're talking
about, honestly, we've been dominating everybody.
Yes. See, because people were trying to put us in the same funky spot as the Cowboys. Well, they played the Bears, they played the Jets, they played the Patriots. But what happened on the West Coast? And they lost to the Cardinals. Cardinals aren't good. So that I should have known right there. Don't worry. I thought it might have been a fluke game, Dre. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I just think Super Bowl bound. Here we come. See you in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all. I'm just super happy. Right, I've been just talking hella shit. Because also my brother and my mom and my grandmother, they're also Cowboys fans. So it's been a
great week. Trey, tell them I said hi. We gotta go. I'll tell you what. I'll be back. We'll be back Friday. Yeah, this week's tied up again. We'll be back Friday, and let's continue to laugh at the Cowboys as we predict scores for the Browns game.
Sounds good. I'll have my score already, and I'll probably still be laughing on Friday.
You and me both.
All right, man.
Night, Dre.
God bless.
I got you, fam. The Cowboys. Joy to the Niners. Evan.
Ronbo.
Evan, we're extending on the after game party. And we've got numbers now. We know exactly what took place. The stats even heighten what we already knew. Evan, your thoughts on all of that and the Brock Purdy, blah blah. I mean, the talking heads around the league are still trying to say the wrong things. But I hope they continue to do so. But Evan, what are you thinking?
This is what I want you to do, Ronbo, is that every time he makes a good throw, you make a check. And every time he makes a yikes throw, make a check.
That's Nick Wright's formula for making determinations.
Yeah, okay. No, the point of me saying that is, what other quarterback does he hold his feet to the fire like that?
I don't know of any. That's the first time I'd heard about that. And Kyle did. Oh yeah, he had one miss. He got the ball a little behind Nick. I mean, not Nick, but Brandon Ayuk.
It's
I
just
laughed.
ridiculous.
I said, one?
I see Josh Allen making throws like, oof,
Oh,
that was almost picked, but nobody buries him in the media for it. You know, Brock Purdy, he's had one bad game, and he still won, and that was against the Rams.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine. It's week 2. Well, yeah.
He's kind of, he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, because, as soon as he has one bad game, which every quarterback in the league has had.
Every last
one. They're going to be coming after him like.
Mm-hmm. He is what we thought he was. No, oh God, what are you talking about? You don't know what's coming,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just draft status. That's they're going to hold him to that forever.
I mean, does it bother people that he was picked last and is good? I mean,
yes.
I don't get it. Like
yes, I can answer that.
But I think it also has to do with the way the team was built first, and then they implanted him rather than most teams build around their quarterback.
Right. That's exactly the problem. People can't believe it.
Yeah.
And Evan, quite frankly, most teams cannot do that. You can't just build, because Kyle Shanahan is very special. He puts his quarterback in good position. You look at the quarterback. He just has to step back and throw. He doesn't have to stand there and wait for the defensive line to come and get him. He doesn't have to do a lot of things. Just get back, step, and shoot. You got 4 or 5 options. Make a choice. You just got to be quick to make your diagnosis, and you've got to make a decision. Get rid of the friggin' ball. And Purdy does that. Oh, with a charm. Oh my God.
And you know what I wonder? I wonder if his faith has something to do with him not getting sponsors. Because you think somebody would have been like, "Hey, let's sponsor this kid with a shoe deal or a protein drink or something."
Look, I thought I saw Brock in a commercial the other. Not yet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks or so. Because there's people still in disbelief, Evan. People still don't believe.
I mean, I saw Tua his rookie years. He had what was that drink? Muscle milk. He had a muscle milk deal coming into his rookie season.
Tua's a first-round pick.
True.
Your career starts from the time you get drafted, and
there's
a lot of prejudice. How many first-round picks have come into the league and look like absolute crap after about a year or so?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
So I mean.
Yeah.
And you're going to pick on Brock because he was the last guy in the 7th round? That is crazy. But it is what it is. Give him the respect he's got coming to him.
I mean, I hope at least, his teammates are at least kicking him down money, because it's tough living in the Bay Area.
I know, right? Even the $800,000 got roommates.
Yeah. I mean,
that
just adds to his lore. But anyways, I want to talk about the Browns a little bit. From what I've heard so far, P.J. Walker is going to get the start there, but Deshaun is day-to-day. And there is rain forecasted in the weather. We'll see if it shows up or not. But it is in the forecast.
Well, if you're watching, Evan, think about it for a minute. Why should I come back off of my rest period and come back? First thing you show me is the 49ers. I'll be back next week.
Yeah.
He's become a prima donna,
And I was looking at the schedule, and I think the my conspiracy theorist hat on, I think the league might have it out for us because they sandwiched the Eagles game in between 2 Seahawk games.
And they think we can't endure it. I'm not even worried about that.
That's kind of crazy. But like the other caller said, we're not going to go undefeated because, if everything goes to plan, we have the Rams in the last game and we won't even start our guys that game. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, we'll probably take an L to the Rams because they're going to be they're either going to be fighting for the playoffs or just trying to get that win in the regular season while we're hopefully just trying to rest our guys.
Evan, under no circumstances can I handle losing to the Rams because Rudy will take that and start bothering me about it. You guys didn't sweep us. Your chain's been broken. I can already hear it.
But you know what, Rom? I'd rather have that than what happened last year where we were trying to get the first seed up until the last game.
Yeah, I want it thoroughly taken care of before.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't want a pressure cooker situation. So yeah, we can let the Rams. Hey, by the way, Evan, it's not guaranteed that the Rams would beat the 49ers second string. I don't,
Oh, no. I mean, the way their Stafford's getting knocked around, he might not even make it the whole season.
I know. That's a good point. He was missing a lot this past week against the Eagles, too. I mean, badly.
Yeah.
I never seen him.
And then as far as the whole Micah thing, I mean, he doesn't understand that. Kittle was paying homage to Gary Plummer back in the NFC Championship in '94.
I saw that.
He was just, but him saying what he said let you know that we're under his skin. Like we live in his brain rent free. We don't,
Well, think about how many times have we beaten him now? Is that 3 in a row?
It's 3 in a row, and you know what happens when you try to play extra hard? You make mental mistakes. when you're playing with emotion, you throw all your intangibles out the window and you're going off emotions, and that's when you lose control.
Abandon your basics and fundamentals. It's true. Your emotions take over and you get stupid. Evan, always great. I tell you what, I'll be back Friday, and let's laugh about the Cowboys our last day.
All right, we'll do it then.
Thanks, Evan. Appreciate
the usual gang, and have a good night.
Thanks, Evan. You too. And let's go check out Krusty. Krusty.
Hey, Ronbo.
Krusty,
Ronbo.
Hey, Krusty. It's a wonderful day. It's going to be a wonderful day all week long. Yeah, Krusty. But after knowing what you know now, as I say, far the numbers go and all the hoopla and media and things that have been said, how are you taking this all in? Are you loving this, or what? What are your feelings?
I am loving this. I think that, if you look at everything, first game of the season, I came on here and said that we're in mid-season form already, but we're not. We're not.
But
because
it looks like.
If anything,
not the 49ers mid-season.
It looked like. No, because normally this scoring 30 points is something we do later on in the year.
Usually.
You know what I mean? With Jimmy and whatnot, we aren't used to seeing us come 30 points out the gate. You know what I mean? And just to see how Brock's progressed from the first game to what he did to the Cowboys this weekend and what he did to Arizona the week before, he's just getting better. We complained about those long balls that he missed to Brandon Ayuk and whatnot during I think it was a Rams game to Debo. But you got to think he just got off a UCL surgery, so did he even throw a long ball during training camp? Did he have any practice doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
that's
right.
And everybody's sitting there talking bad about Brock Purdy because he should be the number one for MVP with how he's playing right now, but he's number 5.
They raised him
right
up.
Now is where they have him stay.
They put him at number 5?
They moved him up to 5. He's right in front of he's in front of Christian McCaffrey because of the last 2 weeks, but he should be higher up on the list. But they keep saying, look at his supporting cast. But hold on a second. Listen to this. If Jalen Hurts, who does Jalen Hurts have? Jalen Hurts, he came in the MVP conversation when A.J. Brown was traded to them. But he also has Devontae Smith. Now he has DeAndre Swift. He has an amazing offensive line and defensive line, and his team's stacked too. But he's higher up on the list, even though Brock Purdy's playing better.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like they're sitting there talking about our team's a bunch of all-stars and stuff. It's like, you know what? Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch drafted most of the players that are all-stars on our team.
That's right. We
all
built
pros.
That team. Built that team.
What, we have 2 or 3 all-pros on our team that weren't drafted by us? Other than that, those are people that we drafted, brought in, and freaking we raised to what they are today.
That's the thing right there. When it's taken 4 years for that team to get to the strength they are right now. They had to grow up, they had to learn, they had to mature, mentally they had to mature. That's the biggest reason why they're kicking ass. Been there, done that. These guys are battle tested and rolling. So don't. We're not bringing in a bunch of
it's not
mercenaries.
Just that, though. Right, but it's not just that. Brock Purdy is a big part of that.
He is.
Because we weren't scoring 30 points a game when Jimmy was here and Christian McCaffrey came into the fold. We scored a couple, but we didn't have.
McCaffrey is
Brock Purdy. So
he is a cheat code.
Yeah,
he does help a lot.
He is a cheat code. I agree. But you with Jimmy, we weren't doing that. Brock Purdy doesn't make mistakes.
True.
He does not throw the ball to the other team. He doesn't give the ball away. He throws it in the tight pocket. He can process the defenses so fast. It's crazy. He's acting like he's a vet. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like a rookie quarterback to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just progressing and getting better and better and better.
That's who he is.
Chris McCaffrey is part of it, but you know what? Chris McCaffrey's not throwing the ball to Ayuk. He's not giving the ball to Debo. He didn't throw 3 touchdowns to George Kittle this weekend.
True.
He didn't throw a touchdown to Ayuk or to Juszczyk this weekend.
True.
He is,
and
they can scheme McCaffrey out of. They can scheme McCaffrey out of the game. They can't scheme Purdy out of the game.
And
Purdy's the distributor.
You can't scheme out 5 other guys either. This is what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You can take George Kittle.
Right, exactly.
You can even take McCaffrey away to some degree. You can take out Debo, but you can't take them all out. There's going to be 2 or 3 guys.
You can sit there and talk about, you can sit there and talk about the supporting cast for all these different for Brock Purdy, but you sit there and you're like, look at Patrick Mahomes this year. He doesn't have a wide receiver to throw to this year because they got rid of him because they're paying him $55 million a year.
Yeah.
Look at Joe Burrow. You think Joe Burrow would be playing the way if he didn't have Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and all those other people on his team? Hell no, he wouldn't be playing the same way.
Oh, hey,
yeah, he's pissed.
I want to make one point on that. One point on that. The fact of the matter is, none of our guys are selfish like that. There's nobody coming over and like Brock says, nobody's coming to the huddle saying, hey, man, I'm open, man. Y'all throw the ball to me. We don't have that. That's another thing about the 49ers team.
Right. And even look at Josh Allen, too. Josh Allen wasn't, even considered an MVP until they traded for Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
And even then, he throws the ball to the other team. If he throws the ball too much, he's going to give 3 picks up in a game.
Easily.
They need to have a good running off. We need a good running offense to make Josh Allen good. You know what I mean?
Offense. So exactly.
Yeah, but because they don't have a good running back, if they had a better running back, he'd probably get better. Better, and he's even higher than Purdy on the MVP. It's Purdy should be at the top because he's the top of most statistics for all quarterbacks. Yeah, all quarterback ratings and everything. But it's because of his supporting cast. That's why he's lower. And it's like, all these other MVP candidates you have up there, Tua has freaking Tyreek Hill. He's got Jalen Waddle. He's got, Barrios to throw the ball to. They got a freaking track team with him, Why is Tua ranked number 2 right now?
And that's
he's a second MVP.
Look at his supporting cast. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. Every good team has a good supporting cast.
Or else they're not winning.
Every team.
Yeah.
Some of them are winning, though.
Some of
the best teams?
No,
the ones that don't have a good supporting cast are losing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Other than the Broncos. The Broncos have a decent one. They don't have a defense that could stop a cold from,
And it used to be the defense was the better part of that team, too. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
They're always going to do that.
The Dolphins. The Dolphins also got Robbie Anderson and Chase Claypool now.
Oh.
Yeah, and A-Chain and Mostert.
They're trying to buy a team just like the Rams. But you know what, Dusty?
That's the thing. Yeah.
They did the same thing. And I know people don't like Jimmy anymore, but the thing is, Jimmy was number 1 in efficiency before he left. He was the highest rated quarterback out there. He got the same treatment. Garoppolo, it's not about Garoppolo. It's about a supporting cast. This is the thing that happens to every quarterback, except, wait a minute, it's always ours because of Shanahan and the cast, but they never look at the quarterback.
Right. It's just, they're like, oh, he's a system thing. Every quarterback is a system quarterback. They're playing in the coach's system. Every one of them is. You think that if Patrick Mahomes plays in Andy Reid's system, Jalen Hurts plays in Sirianni's system, everybody plays in everybody's system.
Bookmark it right there. We got to go. I tell you what, I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score with you too, and let's continue to laugh and scream all the way the rest of the week.
Okay.
All right. Night, Krusty.
Night, Ronbo.
Rakim says, hey, sweet bonus for me as I am flying to Dallas this week, and we'll be repping my red and gold all weekend long, and just singing, ooh la la, can I get a Niners? Rakim, have a good time, and just needle them Cowboys as much as you can. See if you find that girl who's sitting in the stands crying, too. She's my favorite. Hey, JJ!
Hey, Robo, how you doing?
JJ, doing all right. You know, anytime us 49er fans are beating up on the Cowboys, the Rams, or the Hawks, it's just such jubilation.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Krusty made a lot of good points.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna honestly say, why wouldn't you want to go undefeated? But that makes a lot of sense what you said about the last one.
Yeah.
But I only say that because this team is very, very smart. Fred Warner's not a dummy. They play like it's the Super Bowl every single game.
They really do.
You know what I mean? So that was gonna be my excuse for it. Is like they're gonna play every single game up to that point. But I don't think this second, or maybe our second string might beat the Rams.
Oh, please.
But it is true. Maybe Stafford will. Stafford might be beat up by then.
And they can put Stetson Bennett Jr. the third out there. Fourth, third. Anyway, he's somewhere in that royal family. Dun, 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 dun,
anyways, back
dun,
to
dun.
this Cowboy thing, Rob. I said they didn't match up well, and it's true. I mean, and to be honest, this defense that we have, I honestly think they could do better.
Oh, they can.
As big as
JJ,
that ass beating was.
Exactly, because they're still learning what it is exactly Wilkes is trying to shoot. Because you notice how they're getting a little more smoother every week? Yeah. 3 or 4 weeks from now, we're going to be like delighted.
And who knows what Gregory's going to bring to the team?
Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh, I knew
Jesus. I've got a bona fide, legitimate killer on the other side.
You got a bone or what?
Not that. I can't get one every time I watch the game, though. But hey, that's going to make a lot of difference. I understand he had an MCL problem last year. He has had long enough to
marijuana problem. That was it. Wrong.
Well, I mean, I can get mad at him about that. You know what I mean? Kick back, relax. But the thing is, he is going to bring something to the table that we've never, ever since D Ford. And I understand Gregory sets the edge even better than Ford. What? And D wasn't bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I and it's not being biased. I don't see a team that can beat us. I think it's going to be a little bit tough. I'm not going to lie. I think the Eagles they are going to pose a challenge. I think the Dolphins are going to pose a challenge. But again, I mean, that's not saying they're going to beat us, Rob. No. I honestly have a lot of faith in this team. Very strong. I mean, they're saying now we're facing the best defense. I thought last week was the best defense.
Right.
I thought when we played Aaron Donald, that was the best ever. I thought when we played J.J. Watt, or T.J. Watt, that was the best ever.
Yeah. They
were
were
the same thing in 2019. It's like, well, you guys are pretenders until you made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So that's why.
Anyway, well, with that said, Ron.
Oh, that says somebody doesn't know what they're talking
go ahead,
about.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's why that game, the Eagles against the Cowboys. Oh, that's going to draw some attention too. I can't wait to watch that. If the Cowboys lose that game,
there's a chance. Rob, there's a chance they could lose the next 3 games out of 4.
Tony loves to talk about that. Atlanta Tony. He kept telling me that. Tony told me that from the beginning of the season schedule too. He knew before the games even started. Woo!
Wow. With all that said, Rob, I mean, you know me, I'm not biased. But Micah Parsons, brother, you play for the dumbass cow turds, the number one hated NFL team, one of the biggest fan bases in the NFL. But you know what's bigger is the 31 other fan base teams that hate the Cowboys with ever-loving passion.
Word.
Micah Parsons, you are a hell of a player. It's Micah Parsons and Lawrence. That's about it. But both of them are not Bosa. Not only that, you don't have an Armstead, you don't have a Hargrave, you don't have a Kinlaw who is playing phenomenal if you're paying attention. You don't have a Drake Jackson. And this is without mentioning those two badasses wearing number 54 and 57.
No! Okay. Best line-breaking core in the league!
I mean, Pollard is not CMC. I don't even think he's on Mitchell, and I don't think he's on Mitchell's level, to be honest.
Not even. They shut him down from the start of the game, and I don't remember Pollard playing. How many carries did he have?
I think I was playing a friend of mine on fantasy, and I think he got like 2 points. He had Pollard. He just didn't do anything. I don't even know who their tight end is, but he's not Kittle. Gallup and Lamb are not Ayuk or Debo.
That's a good question.
And Dak.
Hey, that's a question. Hey, Chad, who is the tight end of the Dallas Cowboys? What does that tell you?
I think he's a stud, Ronbo. I just don't remember his name.
I can't. Who is it? And you mentioned what the Cowboys don't have. They don't have a Brock Purdy either. They got a $40 million plus quarterback, and he's struggling mightily.
I wasn't even going to bring that up because it's not even worth bringing up. And to top it all off, McCarthy is not Kyle.
Hey, man.
It is what it is.
And they tried to make that comparison on some networks. I said, what? And, of course, you know who went in and gave him the nod. Nick Wright. No. Before you guys jumped all over me, think about where he's been, McCarthy's been, compared to what Shanahan's been. Oh, Nick. You know, you're just trying to get people to watch and get mad. See, because that works too. Nick pisses me off so bad, I do watch him.
You know the funny stat, Ronbo, is that the Cowboys have more losses than Brock has thrown INTs.
Brock doesn't have an INT this year.
I know that. That was my point.
I just realized. And that means a lot of quarterbacks can fit that same little nasty comparison.
I saw one more hilarious stat, Ronbo, and that was that the Cowboys have allowed the teams that they've played 41 points total scoring. And yet when they played us, they allowed us to put 42 on them in a single game.
That's 80-something points, boys. JJ.
I had to look that up.
I tell you, JJ, we're going to go, and I'll see you Friday, and I'll see you online. And, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on, Jack. I got back to the other day.
No, you didn't.
You're making me sound like I make me sound worse than Jimmy G. People talking, you don't answer. I do.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Ronbo Garoppolo. That's what you
JJ, I'll see you Friday. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to allow a man on a mission.
Yeah, right. All right, bud, have a good one.
Big Show, say something for me. Hey, night, JJ.
He's saying the same thing, Ronbo. All right, later.
Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Ronbo.
Clarence, the party continues, Clarence. Clarence, you're back at school. I don't know if you went to a university that was a little crazy, but we'd start partying on Friday and forget about class until Wednesday of the next week. And I didn't go to Chico. I mean, I went to Hayward. Clarence, what are you feeling, man? Here we are, a few days after the aftermath. I can't even settle down. I quit trying. I keep playing the game over and over again. Clarence?
It was good that we beat. Yep, it was good that we beat the Cowboys. Now we just gotta, get rid of that game and focus on the next one. Because it's ultimate. The game was great. We kicked our butt like we are supposed to.
Yep. Because
we are those 49ers.
Yep.
You can tell by the demeanor of the team, they're already, they've handled their business. They were already watching film, doing what they need to do to get ready for Myles Garrett and Cleveland Browns. All right. But as far as last week, we know now, and let's put it like this, the nation should know now that we do have a legitimate quarterback named Brock Purdy. We've seen from various tape, various film, various people in the media, on the internet, TV school, everything, that we can see that Brock Purdy is a elite level processor of the football.
And by the way, check out JT O'Sullivan. He'll actually graph out every little thing. It's going to blow your mind. The kid is way ahead of his years.
I watched it yesterday. Oh, yeah, I watched it yesterday. What Brock has done is he has made Kyle Shanahan better.
Yes.
It's not that he's made Purdy better. Purdy has made Kyle better. The reason why is he gives Kyle confidence that he can call any play. Purdy understands the offense the best that probably any of Kyle's quarterbacks had. I would say this is Kyle's best quarterback of his career, including because of his ability to process the game plan and be able to,
I can add right there, Clarence.
Field reads.
He improvises within the context of what Kyle's trying to do. That's why when you see him jump out to the left or right, and he finds George Kittle suddenly, because it all mentally, it processes in that fashion. George knows where to go. But you would think a quarterback that just got in there as recently as Brock Purdy wouldn't be able to think that quick. He does, and that's a friggin' amazing.
He does because he's had the reps in college and everything else. And while he was the scout QB, he was going against the first team defense. So
he beating them up too.
He knows how to handle that type of pressure. And what I would say, like I said, he's made Kyle better because he can throw guys open. You saw the QB school, Ronbo.
Yeah.
He throws those guys open. He's already thrown the ball before Ayuk, before Debo, before Kittle gets into their cut, gets into their break.
Well,
that's
the essence of Kyle Shanahan. It's always been that way.
Anticipation.
It's always been that way. A lot of quarterbacks can't do it, but Kyle, that's the advantage of Shanahan's offense. He's throwing into spots. Now, the problem is, if there's going to be a problem, if the receiver struggles to get through coverage, then you have issues. But our guys are so good now, they don't have trouble struggling with the coverage. And they're going to be at the meeting spot when the ball gets there. And Brock's putting exactly the right touch on it or something. Because, it's amazing to watch.
That's another thing. He can throw the ball at different speeds and at different angles. Even though you may not really see it in the game, you can see it when he throws. Like the throw he did to Kittle when he crossed over and threw, that was that was a touch throw.
Yeah.
The throw with the flea flicker, that was a bullet throw. Because he had to get that out quick. And and he just got that right over the defense, and then
he makes a lot of layered throws like that. That's what amazes me.
Layered throws, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And like I said, with all the weapons he has, and the smarts that he has,
that's a lethal combo.
And then with the lethal combo, and then now the running game. Like I said, I think. I don't know if they're going to put Mitchell on IR. I think they should, and give Mason some burn.
Let Jordan Mason play, damn it! I need a T-shirt. Let Jordan Mason play, damn it! Yes.
I didn't realize Mason had that speed.
And he's brutal. The guy is heavy. The Cowboys are not good tacklers because they manhandled McCaffrey a couple of times. That shot when he grabbed McCaffrey around the neck, I got really scared. That's how, but you're not going to get a chance to grab Mason like that.
Right. And, again, top-level defense, we already know. I think they're getting better now. And like I said, with Randy first name, last name, Gregory coming into the fold.
I love that.
It's gonna get good because now we got another guy on the edge to complement Bosa and the interior line.
Yeah,
Clarence,
we got to go. But you heard about Clarence.
Yeah,
you heard about Kerry Hyder had been signed by the Texans on the practice squad.
Yes,
I really feel bad. He went from a Super Bowl team to a practice squad in Texas. Anyway,
but he's playing
for
D'Amico. So
it's true. He's with D'Amico. That's good.
He's with D'Amico. He's a vet, so he's gonna be probably in that teaching role now at this point.
He'll be okay. He'll maybe be a coach later. All right, Clarence. I'll see you Friday.
Exactly.
And
yes,
let's have a good time all week long. Throw a couple of parties for this win over the Cowboys because they're special. And I'll see you Friday.
Yep.
All right.
And then Cleveland.
Yes.
Next stop is Cleveland.
Yeah.
Handle your business. All you got to do is handle your business.
All the way to Cleveland, too. Damn it. All right.
Yeah,
all right. Clarence, appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, my man. Take care. God bless.
Back at you, fam.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's bring him in here. We haven't talked to him in a long time. He's probably been like, Phil, Jill, Bill, Phil, the man out in the parking lot on the tailgate where you're all screaming and yelling. Phil.
Oh, boy. It was so much fun. So much fun with all those Cowboy fans chirping before the game.
See, they just won't learn.
And by the end of the first quarter, they were all quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between Texas boy and a baby?
Baby knows when to stop crying.
Eventually stops crying.
Yeah, I knew we were on the same page. Texas boy won't come in.
Lone Star State. Now it's the No Star State.
I like that.
Oh, and the earlier caller said everybody has a system that they run at quarterback, except for Dak Prescott. He has no system.
But you know what? And Josh Allen, neither one of them want to do like they're told. You know what? That's why I enjoy it. Both of them do have a high percentage of INTs. So, it's stop getting on quarterbacks because they run their system.
Has 6 picks this year.
Has Mahomes got that many? So Andy Reid gives him free reign too, and that'll happen.
And so, you know what? Picks are deadly.
Especially the
they are.
Yeah.
And Brock doesn't turn the ball over, and he makes tight throws.
And not even fumbles.
Nope. And you know what? Our O-line is getting better.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad you mentioned that. They need more credit. Talk about it.
They need more credit. And what was Dallas doing putting Micah Parsons up against Trent Williams?
They even lined him up over there. I could see.
Are you that arrogant?
Wow.
Where you think you can beat Trent one-on-one? No way.
They figured.
No way.
God. Because I thought we were going to put
and
Trent in motion.
held up his own against Lawrence. So, there was the one holding penalty against Burford. That
Trent
was
got
the only blemish on their
Trent got one
their line play.
Trent got his weekly one foul. Was that offsides or a false start?
Yeah. It was a false start.
Yeah,
but that's okay. That's
McKivitz.
okay.
Phil, talk about McKivitz.
McKivitz is starting to play really good.
One pressure.
Yeah.
That's the second time. And this is against marquee defenses.
And you know when the pressure was? Is when we did that flea flicker play.
Is that what? Oh.
They got in Brock's face, but he threw it over him and got it to Kittle.
An offensive lineman, Phil, if you ever watched them play, they can't look behind them. They've got to keep their eyes on what's in front of them. So he's probably not expecting that play. Maybe he should have known about it. I don't. Yeah.
Well, no, he should have known about it. But the problem is that Brock ran over towards Debo
left
to get
the pocket.
Get the toss, and so he's on the outside there, and McKivitz just lost leverage. So not a big deal.
No,
I mean, Brock got the play off.
I'm proud
got
of
a little
it.
push at the end. But
they're going to look at film, and they're going to make adjustments on that too.
Ronbo, the other thing is I was looking at some stats. Brock Purdy has the most efficient passer rating on first down, second down, third down, and fourth down.
I didn't even look at those. I just looked at the first as overall best. I already knew Brock was. I didn't know about every down, though.
Per attempt, Brock Purdy leads the league at every down. Not only that, but he's also 32nd in the league in pass attempts in the fourth quarter, which tells you the game's over by the fourth quarter.
Brock's sitting down and drinking a cool one.
Well, he's not throwing the ball. He's handing the ball off. And so, everybody that says, "Oh, he doesn't throw enough. He doesn't have enough attempts."
Oh, I don't pay that attention.
The game's over by the end of the third quarter.
No matter what, it's a dumb thing to say. If we're not throwing the ball, we're probably running it well. Do you see the score? Stop it.
Yeah.
Whining.
I mean, we're scoring over 30 points a game, and we're giving up less than 14.
So what else do we need? I need Brock to throw.
Now, the Eagles,
you need to go.
The Eagles are scoring 28 points a game, but they're also giving up 23 points a game.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
So,
I can't wait to watch the Eagles and Cowboys play. How bad is that going to be? It's going to be a high-scoring game with neither one of them stopping the other one.
Well, the Eagles have a real tough stretch. They got to play at Kansas City, then they got to play Buffalo, then they got to play the Cowboys, then they got to play the Seahawks, then they got to play us.
But they'll be all softened up for us.
Stretch. I mean, they're going to have probably by the time they play us 2 or 3 losses.
Phil, we got home field advantage coming up. I kind of think so. I don't want to say too soon, but it sort of looks like.
And the other thing is, if we're undefeated by week 17, we're going to play our starters. They're going to want to go for that record. I mean, so we're not going to rest everybody, especially if we got a bye week between.
And it is in the Rams.
We get the number 1 seed. We got a bye week.
Yeah, you don't give the Rams nothing. You give them nothing.
No. So don't worry about it, Ronbo. If we're undefeated, we're going to beat the Rams.
I have a feeling my second-string team can beat them. I have faith in Sam Darnold. And the second-team backups, a lot of them are very good. Darnold, I got Ronnie Bell out there. No problem.
The first team may play a half, and then, coast after we score 30 on the in the first half on the Rams.
Phil, we got to go. I'm going to tell you what. I can't wait to see.
This is fun. This is really fun.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, man. It was great.
Put a little extra sauce on that meat.
Oh, boy. All those crying Dallas fans.
It's a wonderful thing. Well, Phil, we'll see you Friday. Have that score ready, and we're going to clown the Cowboys even then. Night, Phil.
All right. Talk to you later.
Looking forward.
Bye.
Bye. Cocoa Puff says, Moody hasn't kicked a field goal. That's right. Nick's only out there kicking extra points. He hasn't kicked a field goal for 2 games. Kyle, make sure you get some work in practice. Keep him loose now, Kyle. Thanks, Cocoa Puff, for that contribution and that reminder. That is absolutely true. Vader!
What's up, Ronbo? What's up? What's going on?
Vader, man, I'm telling you right now. Hey, Vader used to tell us about 3-4 years ago that his house was located right near where the Cowboys come and work out in the Los Angeles area.
Oh, yeah, yes, it was.
And they'd be walking. Hey, Vader, I was hoping if they walk across your lawn or something, hey, get off my lawn!
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I don't need their bug touching mine, man. They need to stay off at least 10 feet away, brother. Just pretend like you have COVID and just step back.
Keep social distance. Well, that's really funny. There they are. Vader, next year when they come around there, get on their way to their facility, make sure you have some 49ers flags or something out in the front, and then just sit back where they can't see you and watch and laugh.
Oh, absolutely. Oh no, that's the way it was this weekend. I was surrounded by Dallas Cowboy fans. They were even in the man cave, and you know,
oh my God!
And I had my brother-in-law went down to the game too, and he's a Cowboys fan, and you know, and they were complaining because you know they didn't win. But I go, look, you got your money's worth. You got to see what a real quarterback's supposed to look like. And you got to see it live. I go, yeah. So you know, I go. You got your money's worth. I go, wow, Brock Purdy. How about Aaron Rodgers, man? Giving nothing but props to Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that interview with Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, man, he says, oh, they got how did he break out with? Oh, they got Kittle and they got Debo, but at the end of the day, who's got to fling that rock? Who's got to sling it?
Damn
so, you know, let these analysts say what they like to say. At the end, the kid's, you know, he's making all the throws. He's going through his progressions.
It's going to inspire him to continue to grind. That's what I like. Keep talking bad about it.
And yeah, exactly. Remember how they said he couldn't throw the deep ball, and then we seen a deep ball. Wow. Okay. You know, and he's just getting better and better every week, and you know. Sky's the limit for the kid, man. He's young, and again, and we're taking advantage just like he is. He's with one of the best offensive minds. I mean, you can't be put in a better position than what Brock is now.
Damn
you know,
right.
as long as he can stay healthy.
Full advantage of that's the only thing that scares me about 3/4 of our team. Oh, can we just make it to week 17 with these guys?
Hey, you know what, Ronbo? I really want to give a shout out to our coaching staff. It's just so freaking phenomenal. Brian Greasy, what he's done with Brock Purdy, bro. Did you see when Brock went out there, brother, and told Kyle, watch this? And then they did that razzle-dazzle play?
No.
And then I said, excuse
I saw the
me.
play,
No, wait. Yeah, I said, excuse me. Now I understand Kyle's facial expressions when things don't go the way he anticipates it to go. Brock Purdy's calling some of these plays with Brian Greasy. And I think when they call something like, well, dude, you seen that? Why did you do that? Or why didn't you check it? It's weird. It's just weird. And he just, you could see it clearly on the screen, brother. He's like, watch this. And then they did that razzle-dazzle play to Kittle. And after that, I knew that was it.
You know, you bring up a good point because here's the fact. Because Kyle doesn't let his quarterbacks audible. I think the day is coming when he allows audible calls by his quarterback. Now, that's going to be the day that you know Brock Purdy has won him over completely.
Yeah, you know? And that'll be the day that we'll see that life-size Brock Purdy right behind you next to Joe Montana, brother.
I'm telling you,
he's
got to win the Super Bowl, though, because you know how we are, Vader. If he has 1 or 2 games, he throws an INT or a fumble or anything, the haters are going to come crawling. They'll do it.
I don't see it. I know.
You've seen it before.
But you know what? It's just like our defense. Who was crying that we didn't have enough interceptions? And then we get the last guy to catch an interception.
Talanoa Hufanga?
No, it was it him? No, it was the third stringer that we picked up from Green Bay. Just got in off the flight. The corner. What's his name?
A corner.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
How long ago was that? You said he came over from Green Bay?
Yeah, remember this was his first week starting.
We got the Packers?
Yeah, we got a corner. Yeah, we got a corner. Yeah,
wait, put the chat back up, please. I need to know who's
who is that?
What he's talking about.
Who is that?
Because Emmanuel Mosley, we got Jason Verrett.
Keep going.
I can't think of
They mentioned. I rewatched the game, and they mentioned that he was from Green Bay. He just came over from Green Bay.
He might be. I probably didn't know he was from Green Bay.
Well, and he's he's a second stringer, anyways. But it's just phenomenal how they were making comments.
Oren Burks.
Burks. There you go. Thank you, guys.
Burks is a linebacker, though.
Oh well, he could. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's the linebacker.
I didn't know
My
Brooks was
bad.
from Green Bay. Vader, we ran out of time though.
Oh my goodness! But anyways, hey man, there's a lot of other coaches I want to bring up too, really quick. You know, Bobby, fantastic job on our running back status, and hey, Donald's got to play better when he's in there for a quarter. He's got to play a lot better than that because you know, God forbid something happened, we're gonna look at him as backup. So hopefully he gets a little better because he's not playing with actually twos or threes. These are actually ones that he's playing with, even though we call them our twos.
All right, Vader.
All right, Rambo. You have a lovely
always
night.
Appreciate you, fam. All right.
Same here, and I'll see you Friday, brother.
Let
it go on Radio Ronbo Sports. You guys have a lovely
Vader. Vader.
No, take it easy.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Good night, Vader. Let's see. It's time to ask that question. What time is it?
It's time for y'all to say hi to the Uber driver guy. And it's not his all day.
You know what I was loving about that picture too, Norm? The lights that were just floating around in the air, and I could Norm, get in here.
Well, yeah, I'm over here. It's rain. It's a little damp outside. We got an overcast. We might have the tears of Cowboys fans pouring down here. Still extra salty. So.
And they need to be, especially Micah Parsons, who will not shut the hell up. Micah they didn't take his microphone. Micah. When we play the 49ers, just don't say nothing before or after the game, please. You get the people all pumped up, and they come in there, and they put 42 on us. Yeah.
And you got a podcast, and you just freely just express how salty you and your entire fan base is based off of this dog walk. Y'all got dog walk.
Didn't they, though?
Sunday night. And I think the Niners did the Cowboys worse than the Cowboys did the New York Giants. And they was talking all that crap. We beat the New York Giants, and y'all could barely beat. Oh, we scraped the flow. If this was turf, we would have been scraping y'all like the pebbles off the turf, man. It was crazy. Offense and defense. I forgot to give game balls though.
Norm, who you want to give it to? You can still give it.
Offense, the whole offensive line gets a game ball for me.
They're getting better and better every week.
I like the McKivitz. Aaron Banks is a dog. He was out there. He slapped the fucks around. He's like Kurt Williams be working out together. I swear to God, because he out there, he had like some dude was trying to get up on Ayuk. One of the Cowboys defensive linemen was trying to bully on Ayuk. Aaron Banks going there like, get off my boy, man. Get off my little homie.
And Norm, he had to reach over somebody else to slap that fool. How was that? It's Banks.
Right. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Defense. Oh man, that duo we had. I've never seen a linebacker duo like Fred Warner and Greenlaw as of late. Ever since this Cal Shanahan, John Lynch regime, they built a very formidable unit on defense. Like I hear a lot of callers say it took years. Yeah, like 3-4 years to build this team up solid though. Brick by brick.
You know, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that's why the 49ers are so potent. They didn't start out looking like this, but they sure as hell did grow to be like this. And that's why you got to be proud of the 49ers. We didn't go like the route that the Rams go out and buy a bunch of mercenaries and stick them in and kick butt. No. We built this team.
And Cowboys couldn't hide behind that formidable defense that was getting more points than Dak Prescott was on offense. I swear to God, they couldn't hide behind them this game because as soon as the defense came out, I heard Cowboys fans was pumped that they defense was getting a start because they thought they was finna do something. They did something all right. Yeah. They watched Brock Purdy boink Stifler's mom all up and down that football field. Speaking of boinking Stifler's mom, oh my God. Do you understand that Brock Purdy has made, look, people can say he's in the conversation for MVP. We try not to. Like, I like the attitude that he has with saying, like, we're not trying to go too far ahead and get caught up in anything, just taking it one game at a time. Very humble guy. But the fact of the matter is, young man, you are on the stats of, okay, your team has 8 consecutive games over 30 points. And guess who the quarterback is? Brock Purdy. You know what listed? He's up there with Kurt Warner's and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady with leading teams to more than 8 consecutive games of 30-plus points. How does that make?
What is the record? Because he's ranked at number 3 or 4 right now. How many 8 more?
The record is 13.
Or
14.
And Brock's got 8.
14.
Okay, so
14 with greatest show on turf. Yeah.
Damn it.
But we're 5 games away, or for 6-7 games away from breaking the record.
I just want, you know what? I don't care about that 30 points. I just want 6 more games winning, and then we can say, you know what? Brock Purdy hasn't really lost the game since he entered the NFL. He got taken out of a game, but whatever game he started and finished, he won. And one that he didn't start, the one when he first came in, when Jimmy went down in the first quarter. But Brock played 4 quarters. It's still his game.
Right. He's doing his numbers right now look better than anybody, really. That's in the quarterback room, than anybody that's actively playing quarterback right now. His numbers is gassing him right now.
But they don't want to put him on top of the list. They don't want to do it. I think who's still at the top of the list?
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody who ain't putting up numbers like Brock.
Right. He should be at the top of the list. I don't know what they do to arrive at these conclusions, but what do you have to do besides have the best numbers? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't look at his team and say, oh, he's got too many weapons to be considered. Okay, what was he doing? That's the point.
Keep proving them wrong, Brock. We got you. Keep proving them wrong. Keep going out there and doing your job, getting them dubs. That's all he's doing. That's all we need.
And that's all we
got to say.
Norm, let me see
and it's
you.
Niners all day.
Yes. Appreciate you, Norm. I see you Friday.
Shout out to the faithful. Yes.
Yeah. Night, fam.
Night, Ronbo.
Good night, Norm. Yo, Don.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on?
Don, I'm sitting back here just loving the fact that I'm a 49er fan, and I hate to be a Cowboy fan right now. Oh, the team that you're running neck and neck with as far as the Lombardis go, you come in there, you got all the confidence in the world, and you get slapped down more than once. You get up a third time, you get slapped down again. Other than that, Don, I'm feeling okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know. That's true. I honestly hope we do get a Super Bowl before they do. That would be classic right there.
We could talk trash forever then, because the 49ers, if they get 1, I got a feeling they're going to get 2. And then Rudy can leave me alone with, you guys, last time you guys had a Super Bowl, you could play that game on the VHS machine. Do you idiots know that Lombardis are not something that expire? That your Lombardi from whatever year will be okay to whatever year? Yeah, well, you guys are nothing in the modern day. Okay, Don, I'm sorry. Don't get me started on Rudy. The man, he eats me up sometimes. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just so happy to see those Cowboys get destroyed by the Niners. I was so happy about that. And now we're on to the next with Cleveland, and that's been the big question mark, whether or not Deshaun's going to play. I honestly think he should just sit out. Nah, he don't want any of this.
Guys, somebody said in the chat he's not playing. He's day to day, and he doesn't think Sunday's going to be the day. Would you come back, Don? Would you come back? Okay, Don, you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm good, Coach. Let's go. All right, who we playing this week? Playing the 49ers. Oh, God, you know what? Wait a minute. I just felt to cramp up. Wait, let me sit down. He doesn't want to bother with the 49ers.
Yeah, and honestly, even if he did, he would not be the same. He is not the same.
No, he's not. I watched.
It's a show of himself. Too.
But I know we're not going to take them lightly. The Niners are playing with that attitude, with this mindset that you cannot take anyone lightly whatsoever.
They'll beat you every time.
All these games mean everything right now because we're trying to get that number 1 seed. That's what the goal is.
Stay
so that way we don't have
and wait for everybody. And then when they get there, rudely send them packing. Yes. But they're right. They're getting off to a hot start. You got to beat the Browns. They're supposed to have the best defense. Don, have you noticed every team we play, they're going up against the number 1 top-rated defense? Well, where are we ranked? See, that's going to stop soon. It could stop as early as this week, Don. If we make quick work of the Browns after that game, 49ers are now ranked as the number 1 defense. Duh! I mean, we were ranked as the number 1 defense 2 weeks ago, and you wouldn't say it. Now you say it. We got to win first, though.
Yeah, the media always likes to give every excuse in the book to not put us at number 1 where we belong. And hey, that's fine. We love those guys love proving everybody wrong, man. So we just whipped the Cowboys.
That's all we
been down to 10.
Yeah, average is 13 points a week.
If we keep Cleveland to maybe that same score or whatever, and we score a whole bunch of points on that top-rated defense that they still have in the AFC.
Yep.
Oh, that's even lovelier.
They're gonna have to give it to us this week, Don. Because I'm trying to understand who has the 49ers average. It's 13-point-something points a week is all we give up. Don, the Cowboys. Okay, I forgot the Cowboys have a shutout, and they played a couple of teams. They got 3 points to the Patriots. The Cardinals scored a few points, and their average was around probably
10.
Yeah,
10 points.
Yes, and now we put 42 on that baby. Well, that ruined that average, didn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I do love it.
Now, but it should have been a lot higher. It should have been a lot higher than that after what we just did to him.
I know. Kyle had mercy on him.
Yeah.
Damn it. And you know, every 49er fan wants to see the Cowboys just get trumped. Just stomp a mud hole in them. I wish you could have put a 50 burger on them. Boy, Michael really would have been talking then. It's fine. It was beating him was all I wanted to do, really. But if you're going to beat him and humiliate him, I'll do that too. Please. Thank you. What else, Don?
What else? I mean, as far as anything right now, I am kind of a little worried when it comes to the running back situation now that I think about it a little more. Because Elijah Mitchell, I don't know what is his problem, why he keeps getting hurt.
He's not.
And it's just out.
His knees have no durability. It's always the same injury. So, but you got Jordan Mason, and I'm going to be okay with that. Jordan Mason has proven, beyond a shadow of any doubt, that he can play this game. So, if Elijah takes a while to get back, take his time. We're going to probably get another running back somewhere. You can always find one. Kyle's got an old running back somewhere that used to play for him. We'll find him. Anyway, Don, I tell you what, I'll see you Friday. Bring your score, and let's talk about the Browns, okay?
All right, I'll see you then.
Looking forward
Shout
to
out
it,
to you, Ronbo.
Thanks,
Shout
man.
out to the faithful, and I'll see you on Friday.
Looking forward to it. All right, Don.
Good night.
And Snoop Doggy Dogg. I said hail to the... Hey, Snoop.
What's going on?
Snoop, man, we just sit back here and...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Come on in.
Okay. I wanted to put something on y'all mind, man. I don't know if a lot of people thought about this. Kyle Shanahan, up to this point, I believe his best quarterback has been Matt Ryan. I believe that's the only quarterback that sort of allowed Kyle Shanahan to, exuberate his full potential with his offense and his mind. Only thing is, with them, he didn't have full personnel like he does here. With the 49ers, he has full personnel. Yeah, offensively, he has full personnel here. He has full everything. So he can completely give you what he wants with his offense. He finally has the quarterback.
But he had Julio
to unlock his offense.
And a couple other guys. Well, maybe.
So in my opinion, with this quarterback, if he is what he is, because I know he is, to be honest, I've been a believer. But if this quarterback ends up being the Joe Montana we think he is, that's gonna unlock Kyle Shanahan in ways we've never seen him. We've watched 7 to 10 teams in the league mimic Kyle Shanahan's offense, and they only mimic half of what they've only mimicked half of what he's thinking. That's only half of what he's thinking. He hasn't even been able to show us his full mind yet, because he hasn't had the quarterback until now.
Which is a good thing. That's why I said earlier, if he starts to let Brock audible at the line, there's no telling what may happen next. That means him and Kyle are really on the same page. Snoop, are you still there?
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Well,
I believe
Snoop, you
that.
make a good point, though, because you know what? If we do surpass what they did in Atlanta, Kyle, they now rank the number 7th most productive offense in NFL history. Wouldn't it be special if we could jump to number 6 or number 5?
Well, see, this is the thing. He's still young. And so he's going to get better. We're watching his baby stages still.
I know.
That's frightening. 2 years from now, he's going to be on this Joe Montana stuff.
1 year.
So what I'm saying is exactly. So we're watching history in the making, and then 2-3 years from now, we're going to be like, wow. You know what I mean? This is what we're about to watch is something amazing now.
It's a movie in the making.
No injuries. We got it. Yeah. And then I don't know if you heard Michael earlier today, man, but he threw his team under the bus.
Boy. And the coaching staff.
He said
he sends subliminal messages. Staff.
Yeah, I'm like, how you gonna do that, bro? You probably need to shut your podcast, because the subliminal messages you're doing, that's gonna ruin your locker room.
Yes. Well, hey, Snoop, you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna be split, because a lot of people probably in Dallas agree with Micah, and then Jerry Jones is gonna have to call him on the phone at some point. Micah, I appreciate what you're doing. I understand your feelings, but I want you to hush. You have to tell him, Jerry. He's gone off his nothing, man. Oh my God, Micah, stop talking. And he called Debo. Debo called him out though. Man, it may be worse next time.
That is so hilarious, that whole back and forth right there, man. I love that.
He's 24 years old.
Probably going to be worse. I mean, we had a whole fourth quarter, so it really could have been worse. So I don't know why Michael fits the Dallas team so well, because he's delusional just like the fans.
And talking trash. Yes. God. Just leave it alone, Micah. If you want to talk about some of your podcasts, talk about some of your shortcomings and things like that. And you need to stop preparing for that podcast, and you look bad in the last 2 games. You need to improve your game is what you need to do, and then you can have the right to talk.
He needs to get off the podcast. He needs to focus on football. I really don't get it. You're sitting up, again, you blame your coaches by saying, we were ready to go in there, but we were unprepared. You're basically blaming the coaches. And then you blame the refs by saying, this is an offensive league and you can't play true defense now. Like, come on, bro. We know what you're saying. We know what you're trying to hint at. The only fault that he took was the running game and the big play. That's the only thing he took as far as what they need to fix. Like, no, you're the problem. Your offensive coach is the problem. The whole team cannot work together, especially with this offensive coordinator you got, man. Kellen Moore,
there it is.
You shouldn't have got rid of him.
Thank you. And McCarthy lobbied for that. He made Jerry believe we don't need Kellen Moore, and Jack is looking like trash. I can fix this. And what happened?
That is the most mundane, boring offense I've ever seen.
I tell you what, I can't.
don't even have an offense no more.
No, Dallas, Texas Coast offense. It's a joke. It's a myth. Snoop, we got to go though, fam. Hey, Snoop, nice talking to you. Come back Friday and let's continue.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you, Snoop. Night, fam.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kellen Moore fired. Oh, they got to deal with Kellen Moore coming up Sunday. He's over with the Chargers. Cocoa Puff says last time Brock had an INT was on January 1st, 2023. Was that in Vegas? Did he throw one that game? I guess so. And you know what? I ain't mad at that because he was just, 5 or 6 games into the Hey, yo, Rome.
What's up, Ronbo?
Rome, man, I'm sitting back here. I'm loving every time. Micah, I know you got some other things. I just want to. Micah doesn't know, but I bet he got caught hell, but he got to the facility today. He did. We were unprepared. Ooh, can you imagine every coach in his locker room? What the hell did he say? So the workout today must have been pure hell.
Probably.
Bro, what you got to say? Go ahead, jump in there, Feb. I had to let that out.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you know what I wrote. You know what I posted today when I responded to you that had Micah spent more time, had spent less time podcasting and more time in the film room, he might have had some different. He might have affected the game differently. But
Ron,
I'm going to touch on something that.
Ron, just one question for you on that point you just made. Was there anything you can do when the 49ers plan on running the entire student body at you? He got swallowed up in so many 4- and 5-man traps. I actually felt sorry for him a couple of times. But go ahead.
Yeah, really, there was nothing he could have done. It's just that maybe he could have looked a little better had he done a little more film study. That's all I was saying. But his fate was doomed. His fate was just doomed to begin with. Just like basically how they do Aaron Donald. They did the same thing to him. They just neutralized him.
Yes.
They just neutralized him. But here you go, Ron. But here's something for you and the listeners to think about. You know the show Speak used to be called Speak for Yourself. Now they just call it Speak.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They cut off.
Yeah, it's still on. So check this out. I don't watch it a lot because Shady gets on my nerves.
He's beyond me
home.
Too. But I agree.
Oh, yeah, but she's fine.
She is. That's the only reason I give her a break. But my God, Joy, what was that? What does that mean?
But anyway, so here you go. So today, Acho asked them, who do they consider the best team in the NFL?
I've not seen that yet.
And they asked James Jones first. Now, you know, Shady's usually over the top with his remarks and whatnot, right? So James Jones goes into his reason as to why he feels the Niners are the best team.
Jones said Niners?
And he oh, yeah. No,
because
James Jones said Niners.
Okay.
So he said James Jones said Niners.
I'm going to see that.
Yeah, and then I'll send you the link in the DM because I have to go get it because I responded. So James Jones says, you see that dude right there? And then the camera goes up and shows Brock Purdy. He says, you see that dude that they're flexing? Because Brock Purdy had just thrown a touchdown. And he said, he's a problem. He's going to be a problem. And then James Jones goes into breaking down why Brock Purdy's going to be a problem and why the Niners are the best team. You should have seen Shady's face.
Oh.
Usually Shady's like, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, blah, blah, no. He didn't have a word to inform a rebuttal.
He didn't
and it came
say
to
anything?
me right then and there.
I am shocked.
You know why? No
because he knew
bravado.
it.
You know why? But Shady's worried. That's why he talks that smack all the time.
Oh.
He knows what's coming. Shady realizes just what a lot of these other people don't realize, that Jones may be a Purdy hater, but he wasn't a Purdy hater tonight. He said right up, Purdy's going to be a problem. And he said that. You should have seen Shady. You know how when somebody says something to someone and their whole facial expression lets you know that somebody had touched the nerve?
Even though they try to hide
and they
it.
shut up, they don't have anything to say. Yeah, Shady had not a word to say. And you could see him sitting there and he just nodded his head like, yep, like, oh shit, we're in trouble. I'm not saying the Niners are going to beat Eagles, which I think right now, if they play tomorrow, they would curb stomp the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
I really believe that.
I do too.
I really believe the Eagles would be in trouble if they played the Niners this Sunday.
And as bad as the Niners want to play them right now, oh, you think they were inspired against the Cowboys? Ooh.
But that let me know, Shady and all this bravado and all these other people and these insufferable Eagles fans online,
oh, God, I met them.
They're really not looking forward to the 3rd of December, even though they say they are. So my whole thing is, lightning's not going to strike twice in a bottle. You're not going to get the same result you got last year. They're going to make sure Purdy's healthy. And that's a game. Oh, that's going to be a great game.
It is.
I hope they're healthy. I hope everybody on that team is healthy. I hope everybody on our team is healthy. Yeah, that's going to be a game.
And whoever tight ends in the game, you under no circumstances get beat and then just lay off the guy. I don't even care if you tackle him, you got to get a 15-yard penalty. You are not going to let somebody come in there, and they're going to be going for Purdy's arm again because they know they can't beat the 49ers. They know it.
Yeah. That's what I believe.
Well, Roman, I love you.
Also,
because we're going to run out of time now. Roman,
I hear you, Ronbo.
Let me see Friday, though.
Hopefully, if I can stay up. It's like, it's, oh God, it's almost 7 o'clock. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning here.
That's right. I forgot. Roman's in somewhere in
Finland.
Finland, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway, I was up late, so I figured I'd holler at you. It's been a while. But anyway, you take care. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, and thanks for going back and forth on Twitter. I love it. All right, fam.
Yeah, you take care of yourself, bro.
You too. Talk to you later. Yeah, boy, the Eagles. Fam, that is going to be a game, man. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, boy, I love watching Acho on Speak. Acho is the voice of reason on that show. The rest of them are just strange. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Thomas. Come on in.
All right. I think my Bluetooth messing up. Give me one sec.
Yeah, when on this system, Bluetooth is always going to have a problem. So you do best to try to just talk into the phone.
Is that any better?
I can hear you. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. How you doing tonight, sir?
Well, this is the question that you ask when I lose to the Rams, and I say, I'm just feeling like crap. I can't believe we friggin' lost that game tonight. But now I'm saying things like, Thomas, we just wiped the floor with the Cowboys. I can't tell you how happy I am.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
How about you?
Words of George Kittle, how about fuck them Cowboys?
It pissed Meek off. Good.
Yeah.
George is paying tribute to.
Exactly. We are.
Go ahead.
We are playing head games with them, and they cannot take it.
Thomas, if they have to come to San Francisco, if for some reason they get in the wild card round and in Alaska, I think they got to come to us first. If they certain positioning, if we got the home field advantage with the number 1 seat, I think Dallas would have to come back again. I'll bet they. We'll just decline on that, and we'll just go ahead and bow out.
You're gonna mail it in.
Exactly.
We're having playing issues, can't get off the ground. We'll see you guys next year.
They forgot to gas up the engine.
You can see the fear in that team's eyes.
Oh, yeah, no, because Mika's already set the table.
I love it.
Telling people about, okay, well, you guys' laughs are going to turn to tears. Mika, what are you passing out? Wolf tickets? What are you serious? You better hope you don't see us again. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It was a lovely win, and I'll be honest with you. I get a little overly passionate each week, and I even found myself at halftime. We're up, well, not halftime. I think it was the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, and we're up 21-7.
Still
and I
leery.
was even. Yeah, I was still like, oh my God, please defense, don't give up a touchdown before halftime because they're coming out on offense after the half. And then after the game, I was like, why was I so stressed out?
Same. I say that every week for 5 weeks. Thomas, let's make a
I think
promise
we're just
to relax this week.
Because I think we're just snake bitten because we've seen too many games fall through the cracks where we had no excuse to lose.
No.
And now it's like we don't need to play games. We need to win convincingly every week. And sometimes I gotta remind myself to chill out a little bit.
Mm. You know what though?
Yeah, but
we only lose games when we have to come from. Usually, when we're ahead of a team, especially going in the third and fourth quarter, normally we do win that game. There's been a few times, but usually the 49ers, once the defense sees that you're down, they go ape. I mean, they go nuts, and that's probably it. Like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And Dak had to start airing the ball out.
Yeah, but when I catch myself yelling at the TV and we're winning 42-10, I'm like, oh shit, that's
no, you didn't.
A good problem to have.
Thomas, were you yelling at the TV at 42-10, worried about the score?
No, I wasn't. No, I was just exaggerating. But
know, yeah.
I mean, we're getting a little spoiled these days. So
I mean, your starters are sitting
down. I'm just trying to stay humble. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
When it comes to beating the Rams, the Seahawks, the Raiders, or the Cowboys, and fuck humility, shove it in their face. Drag them to the gutter. And you can see that we are living rent-free in their heads, and I love it.
And only one of those teams do I call and bother. Well, two now. I didn't bother Rams fans up until recently, until Rudy started, and also Raider fans all throughout my family. I call them nonstop.
You got to. You know what? Actually, I made a $50 bet with a Cowboy fan at my job, and then he called out on Monday.
Wait, what happened? He did what?
He approached me and said, "Hey, you want to bet $50 on this game?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he called out on Monday. I was like, "You cheap bastard!"
He didn't pay?
No, he called out. I didn't see him all week.
Don't ever, every time you see him, you got to mention that and make sure you're in front of people too. Hey, here's that cowboy doesn't like to pay every time he gets your butt whooped. I could have bet $1,000 and didn't need to worry, you know. I'd really talk a lot of trash if I was there.
Yeah, it was his idea in the first place. I'm like,
right? Good point to bring up every time you see him. God.
Yeah, just keep your money. Just shake my hand in front of everybody. All right.
God.
You know what I loved about that game was, I think a couple callers already mentioned it, but we had multiple bodies on Parsons every play, just making him feel our presence. And I was just like seeing him at the end of the game, holding his ribs, limping, and I'm like, yes! You know, like, you think you're a big bad, candidate for, defensive player of the year, well, you got to feel this offense first, dude. All right, you're not Nick Bosa.
Compared to Lawrence Taylor. What? I mean, everybody who's seen Lawrence Taylor play, we gave pushback on that in a heartbeat. Oh, come on. He ain't no Lawrence Taylor. What is this?
Yeah, you can.
No, he's not.
After how we treated him, you could see why every team that we faced last year lost the following week. They can't handle the physicality.
I cannot.
But yeah, I love that, and to me, it was kind of reminiscent of back when we had Cap at quarterback and how they would always designate Clay Matthews to hit him dirty or, make sure no matter what the play is, hit Cap out of bounds, hit him after he throws the ball.
Yeah.
And, we don't play dirty like that, but it was lovely to see Parsons take a beating.
It really was. Thomas, we got to go. How about here? I'll see you Friday and bring that score. And we'll continue to celebrate the Cowboy beatdown while we're giving the scores for the game coming up with the Browns. We can talk about the Cowboys.
All right, Ronbo. Did Texas Boy ever call back in?
No, we've not. This Texas Boy, we put out an all-out alert on him. Somebody called 911. We don't know where he is, but we're a little worried about him.
That's typical after he got jumped last week. But, all right. Let's it's October, and I want to keep Purdy out of Garrett's cemetery for Halloween. Let's, keep this thing going.
Yep.
And shout out to everybody. Thank you for the platform, Ronbo.
My pleasure. Thank you, Thomas. Have a great night, fam.
All right. Have a good night, sir.
Thank you. Bernard Bryan says people in Dallas are complaining about Kittle's Dallas shirt, saying the league should fine him. What a bunch of crybabies. In America, you don't get fined for things like that, Cowboy fans. the hell is wrong with you? Hey, Shabazz. Shabazz probably knew about this. Shabazz, I wish you got in here Friday. I bet you've seen that whooping coming.
But we knew it was going to happen. It was inevitable, okay? The girls is who we thought they were, a fraud, fictitious, a $3 bill. They don't exist, you know? Mike and the rest of them clowns, what they is, clowns. We ain't going to worry about them, give them too much thought. We're going to move on. The biggest thing that I heard earlier and the biggest thing that I saw that we all are witnessing is mistake-free football. And us as 49ers fans are suffering from some strenuous form of PTSD because we ain't used to seeing mistake-free football.
I mean, clean, flawless, every play.
It feels good to watch a defense dominate and to watch a quarterback that has a thinking processor. The boy on ESPN calls Brock a cyborg. And he's processing.
They got a meme like that already.
Man, hey, it ain't nothing. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say. If he's processing, like, okay, so you focus on McCaffrey. And I told everybody this week, I told everybody who's going to have a big game. I said, you know who's going to have a big game? And everybody, I said, who always has a big game under the lights against Dallas? Kittle. You got to be crazy.
I knew it too.
Focus on Debo, who's going to deal with Kittle. You got to pick your poison now when dealing with this team,
right?
Man.
You could take one away.
Right?
That doesn't matter.
But that doesn't matter. Yeah. You got to pick your poison. So, hey, it is what it is. We got to keep on rocking and rolling. We can't take the Browns light because I watched that rookie they had in the preseason, and he had a real good preseason. So that, you know, that kind of makes me worry. But it's his first start against the best defense in the NFL. So, you know, like the Raiders had their first start with whoever that bum was. They had a quarterback last year against us, and he's like, oh, he played so good. Well, you know what? Brady made his song.
I forgot.
I don't remember, Ronbo.
I'm trying to. He's been around for a while. He actually played for Belichick.
But you know what Brady his song was in 1998, Ronbo?
What?
Almost doesn't count.
You know, Brock Purdy's a very freaky thing, though. He ain't been playing long enough to look like he looks. You know, you can look good as a rookie. Brock Purdy looks like better than any first-round pick as a quarterback.
He does, and maybe it's just our luck with picking late in the draft. Maybe we need to trade all of them, God bless.
You know how people have joked about that? Get rid of that first, second, and third round pick and get a bunch of fourth and fifth and sixth round picks. We dominate. We can go third round. I mean, Fred Warner came out of the third round.
Right. So, yeah. So, who cares? I mean, we've got Gregory. I'm interested to see what he's going to do. I will be happy with one more thing. If Denver can go and get that fire still, and we can steal a corner from somewhere, we can steal a corner.
You heard about that? Ronbo. You heard about the Surtain thing, didn't you? You know, I wonder if that's got any legs. That rumor. People keep bringing that up. I've never heard it. I went through Google looking around. I can't find it.
Ronbo, it ain't no telling. You know, let's have ties to the Broncos organization. That happened. Yeah, we all can get our man. And we can bump Lenore to the slot and Ward Mooney on the other side with a top rate corner.
Patrick.
Oh yeah, Ronbo. It'll be ugly. It'll get ugly real fast for the rest of the NFL. It'll get ugly real fast. We're talking about we'll lose one game and we'll lose one or two games and get a game to the Rams so we can get that monkey off our back here. Rest the starters, rest the second string. Put the third strings in there. Hell, start Allen. Don't even start our backup. Start the third. Yeah.
No, I got to beat the Rams.
Come on.
I got to beat them. I just don't.
Just for the purpose of not having an undefeated season over our head, and to the rest of the faithful, calm down. I want to lose 2 games. And I want to lose that game. And I want to lose that game. So they can have it. Think about this, faithful. If we had to trade a Rams loss at the end of the season for a Super Bowl, well, by golly damn it, Rams beat us 42-10 with all our starters rested. And we going, look, Ronbo, this is a sacrifice.
Oh, no.
We Niner fans.
Oh.
Ronbo, come on, bro. For a ring?
Oh, Shabazz, anybody but the Rams, though.
No, man.
No. They misunderstand things. Yeah, we finally got you guys. Boy, oh, hell no. Look who you played.
Tell Rudy, tell him I'll buy him whatever he wants. I'll give him. Tell him if he wants to go, I'll give him tickets to the game. I'll give Ronbo. If we 16-0 and the Rams have to beat us for us to win the Super Bowl, tell Rudy, I'm gonna give him the tickets to the game.
Okay.
Y'all can mark my word right here. Shabazz said it right here, week 5, and we undefeated going to the Rams game. I'm giving him tickets to that game. He can have them, damn it, for free. $3.99. Man, come on, bro. That'll be the best feeling in the world. They can have that.
I agree, Shabazz. Fam, we got to go. I'm going to make sure to get rid of that. I'm going to tell him I can't wait to get to Twitter because that boy bothers me on Twitter so bad. I'm going to run that whole story down to him. He hasn't talked to me lately. Shabazz, let me see you Friday, though, fam. Bring that score and wisdom you always bring to the table on score night.
All right, Ronbo. I'm going to get in here Friday. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful from Memphis that turned up and showed out at the Dallas game. To my family, SoCal, man. Shout out to everybody who's being faithful. We just got to keep riding this train, man. Hey, it feels good, man. And it feels good that we're not fighting, we're not arguing over nothing. And it's just a good feeling right now.
It is a wonderful thing.
All right?
I agree so much. I'll see you Friday, fam.
See you Friday, Ronbo.
Looking forward. Night, Shabazz.
Yep.
God. Fam, I can't do it. I gotta have somebody play against the Rams. Now, last week we're 15-2, and so far in front it doesn't matter. Darnold can start. He can. I can't do it. I can't. Ellis. Rams, man, because they will never shut up over that, and they know damn well what happened. They'd still be talking.
Ronbo, can you come right back to me?
I do that, Ellis. All right. Hey, Brian, bring the law in.
49ers, red and gold. I'm going to rock with the Niners till I'm dead and cold. Screaming that famous name all the way down south. But the law says, and Cowboys, know your role and shut your mouth.
Thank you. Yeah. Michael Parsons. That was especially
what's
for you.
Going on? What's up, Ronbo?
Man, sit back here raking over the one. You know, you get up the next morning at a party and pizza boxes and stuff laying all over the floor. You got to pick a couple people up and tell them they got to go home, and you know it's just. And then you finally get some peace and sit down to your warm cup of whatever, and say what a good party that was.
Yeah, it's called the morning after, Ronbo.
Yes.
It's the morning after.
God, I love beating the Cowboys. Whew. Whoa.
It's the morning after.
Because I was scared going to that game. I ain't lying. A lot of people said they knew that was going to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen, especially like that. I mean, good Lord. They didn't just beat them. They just drug them. They just took them by the feet and started dragging them across the field and slamming them all up against the side of the stadium. I mean, oh, my God, I didn't see that. Oh, that was nice.
Ronbo, after that first series, how they just marched on down the field, I said, oh, it's going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a cakewalk. I said, because I know the defense going to get out there and hold them to 3 and out. I knew that.
And they did.
Yeah. Oh, Ronbo. Hey, Ronbo, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't no more than pretty sight when I was over my dad's house that Sunday night. Well, ooh, it was so quiet, Ronbo. You can hear a rat piss on cotton.
Boy, that is quiet.
I said, so me and my wife, we got in there. Of course, we romping. hey, of course, when we stepped up in my brother, well, actually, it was my brother's house. So when we stepped in my brother's house, of course, we repping our Niner stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
We got, I'm rocking Jerry Rice, and I let my wife rock the Inconvenient Truth, Frank Gore. I let her, he rocked the Frank Gore jersey,
right.
And it was so quiet, Ronbo. You can hear when they went to commercial time, you can hear the commercials clearly.
And my brother, a Raider fan, every time I used to watch over his place, man, in the fourth quarter, man, you can get up and go home anytime you want to. I'm going to bed.
Oh yeah. Oh, they quick. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
where you going, man? How you gonna do? Have another beer.
When they scored that touchdown, when Juice scored a touchdown, oh man, everybody started grabbing their purses. They were grabbing their purses and hats. Then the living room cleared quickly.
And people don't even say goodbye.
Poor Dad. And poor Dad, he had, hey Ronbo, poor Dad, he had his Dez Bryant jersey on, and then my brother, he had DeMarcus Ware. Was it DeMarcus Ware jersey? Yeah. Oh, it was funny. It was funny.
I love that stuff.
It was funny.
Especially, did y'all talk a lot of trash before the game started to each other?
Oh, Ronbo, I came in talking Ronbo. Yeah, I came in, I had a song. I was like, 49ers, we can't be beat. I came in rocking Ronbo. And that's why it was so quiet. Then I noticed the quiet, a hush over the whole living room. I said, why is it so quiet around here? Are y'all praying? Is this prayer time? I'm sorry, what? This is prayer time. Please tell me. I'll be quiet.
And say amen.
Ooh, and say amen. Yeah. Ooh, but it was Rumble. It was a pleasurable sight. It was pleasurable. It was, and Rumble. Just think about it. Rumble. We beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cowboys in the same year.
Pittsburgh's got one more trophy than
we do. Think about it.
The Cowboys got the same amount of trophies we do, and we beat them both handily.
We beat them both. Right. We beat the Steelers and I got a cousin. She's a Steelers fan. I'm still looking out for her. I'm putting an APB out for her. I ain't seen her since week one. I'm getting kind of concerned. I ain't seen her. I might have gone put an APB out for her.
You. I've lost family members for weeks at a time because of the wrong team. I mean, that's what it happened too. I send them a text message every now and then. I know you're there, and I know you see this message. You're lost.
But Rumble, that's the kind of production that you're going to have when your team has certain individuals who other people have deemed them as the best at what they do. We got the best offensive tackle. We got the best running back. We got the best linebacker. We got the best D line. When you got all of those adjectives on one team, come on.
How you gonna lose, right, Brian? We got to stop there.
Come on.
Let me see you Friday, and that's all that is so true. And I don't want you to bring some more of that back Friday, and let's continue about talking about who got the best in the game, like that.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, Ronbo, shout out to you, shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production. And the law is out.
And Brian, make sure you say hello to all them Cowboys in your family. I love them.
Oh yeah. I told them, Ronbo, I said I still love y'all, and there's nothing y'all can do about it.
Night, Brian.
All right, brother Ronbo. All right, have a good one.
You too. Jalen. Jalen, you ain't got nobody. Ain't no Hawks here. Ain't no Rams up in here. Texas boy, we can't find him.
Ronbo, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Ain't nobody worried about smoking Joe. Lamar Jackson can't fucking throw. Deshaun Watson can't get massages by women no more. We coming for you, AFC North. We coming for you.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Jalen, I just realized something. Lamar scares me. And I just realized something. There's questions rolling around the league now. Did the Ravens pay Lamar Jackson a little too much and a little too soon? What? You see, that's what happens.
Could be a chance. That could be a possibility.
You know, you got to work out. You're going to get paid. You're working contract. I understand that, but you got to work out. Everybody that goes through this looks like poo-poo to start the season. Even Nick Bosa doesn't look as good as he normally does.
Mm-hmm. Ron, but let me ask you a quick. I'm going to give you a quick two alternatives, and after this, I'm going to mean this till this man stops wearing cleats. Let me give you an example of something. If I have a choice to keep Fred Warner and get rid of Nick Bosa but bring in Myles Garrett, or get rid of Fred Warner and bring in Roquan Smith but keep Nick Bosa, which would you do?
What was B?
You get to keep Fred Warner but bring in Myles Garrett, or you can keep Nick Bosa but bring in Roquan Smith. Which are you doing? You're probably gonna keep Fred, aren't you? I would keep Fred.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way.
The drop off in talent, Ronbo, because the next best linebacker that's probably Roquan Smith.
It is Roquan.
And the drop off in talent, Ronbo, Roquan's not on Fred's level. He's not.
He isn't. Right? That's what I was sitting there thinking. Is Roquan really better than Fred? I don't think so. He's good, damn good, but he ain't Fred. Yeah, I can't let Nick go. Any scenario that includes I can keep Nick too. I gotta keep. But
over Fred, Ron. But did you not just see what this man just did last night?
I'm just so glad I don't have to make that choice, or we don't have to make that choice. We can have both. It's okay. But yeah, no.
Because Fred Warner, he can't. Ron, but Fred Warner needs to be another Joe Staley. He can't lead his team. He needs to retire at 9. Like, hands down, a pick, a forced fumble, and a sack. Ronbo, how do you There shouldn't even be a discussion. Fred Warner should not be.
Fred is amazing.
Ronbo, he's 26.
And
he's
go back 26, in coverage.
Ronbo.
I mean, the boy can go back and cover. Big as he is. I mean, wide receiver sprinting down the field. Fred right on stride for stride. I mean, what is that, Fred? It is. I'm always surprised when I see that.
He had? What surgeries has he had, Ronbo? He hasn't had any surgeries. Ronbo, why would you not want to keep that for the rest of his career?
I do. I absolutely do. I mean, Fred Warner is the shiznit, that period.
Yeah. And Ronbo, once again, let me give a shout out to Kyle Shanahan, even though he pisses me off with his ego. This is no coincidence that George Kittle had 3 touchdowns on his birthday.
That was planned.
Cold, you know how cold you gotta be against a top defense to scheme 3 plays that are gonna be for sure. He had 3 catches, Ronbo.
I know.
He schemed up 3 plays that he knew was gonna be that's scary. Like how good he can be.
That flip
how much his ego holds his back. Hell holds him back, Ronbo. His ego holds him back. Like you schemed 3 touchdowns ahead of the game. And you like Ronbo, nobody else can do that. You schemed 3 touchdowns that you knew were gonna be money. 3. Ronbo, you know how scary that is? That you can scheme 3 touchdowns like that against a top defense.
Because they were stupid to cover Debo McCaffrey.
Jesus Christ. Like Kyle, he's like play calling second to none. But his ego.
This is good coming from you.
Christ.
This really is special.
Well, I mean, Ronbo, I'm not going. I mean, Ronbo, look,
you ain't
my
gonna
dad
trip.
always say,
I know.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I keep it 100 when it comes to Kyle. Like, his play calling is amazing, but it's his ego, man. Like his ego, it pisses me off because
Jalen, he's aware of his prowess.
Yes, he knows how good he is. Yeah. And it's like, bro, Kyle, come on, man. But like Kyle, man, I just as long as we do that,
we go do that for the Eagles. Every time we see a team that thinks they all that, Kyle's gonna pull rabbits out of his hat. That's what he does. As long as you can do what you're
yeah.
told, you'll get it done.
Ronbo, Stephen A. over here talking about we need to see Brock Purdy play more competent teams. Ronbo, who else is left?
I mean, I'm so tired of that. I mean, the
Like, who
Cowboys
else
came
is
in. I
left,
mean,
Ronbo?
Okay,
Who else
when
is he
Detroit.
in the NFC? Wow, Ronbo. So it's come to.
I mean, that's the only thing I can
believe
think
that
of.
the sports world is really saying that it's come to we have to beat Detroit in order to prove that we're good. I cannot believe that.
Jalen, who else? Okay, because the Eagles don't impress me. I've
Ronbo,
watched every game. I don't see they're beatable.
When it comes to Ronbo, you give everybody in the NFL a even defense. Mike Tomlin's the best guy there. You give every coach an even defense. Mike Tomlin's the best guy there. We put 30 on him. The most talented defense in the league, aside from us, probably Dallas. We put 40 on them. Who else can you prove your talent against? We beat the best coach defense, and we beat the most talented defense.
He was drafted
what else do we
last
have
in the
to prove?
draft, and people just don't want to believe it. They're still in disbelief. They just don't understand. Jalen, we got to go. I'm going to see you Friday. Tell the NFC West how you feel about them and whoever else, and let me see you Friday.
Man, we still the kings of the West. Kyle and me need a 2-year rest.
That's right.
And Gene, and Rudy, we missed you. 49ers gonna be the best.
That's it.
Let me get a Niners shout out, Ronbo.
A Niner!
Ronbo, Kyle be smelling himself, man. It's like a kid when he first loses the gym, dog. He think he the stuff, dog. Man, he is. I ain't gonna lie, damn it, he is. But Jesus, Kyle, come on, you gotta. That Trey Lance, Ronbo, he took Trey Lance because he knew he was gonna get credit for him. God, leave Ronbo. God, glad he my coach though.
Yeah. I'll see you Friday.
I'm here.
I love when he does that. Salvador. 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 Sally.
Hello?
Yeah. Sal, man, we're sitting here talking trash and having a good time. Like, we have a right to, being 49er fans. We have a team, finally, that's just invincible. And we ain't got nothing else to do. Like I teach on that movie Fridays. And you ain't got nothing else to do. Come on in here and talk some trash. And give us some real stuff about that game.
Man, I keep underestimating my team.
I do too. I feel you.
Not giving them enough points. Giving the other team too much credit, but they keep
correcting us each and every Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they keep on improving, and Brock Purdy, man, everybody's eating the words, Ronbo.
They're still talking though, Sal. They're still coming up with ways to talk bad about him. Well, blah, blah, blah. And also, man, why don't y'all just let it be? Look at the numbers and shut the hell up. My God, leave him alone. They won't do it.
What about the MVP of the defense, Fred Warner, too? That guy, he's on another level.
Man, that's all the time. That's all I expect from Fred Warner. You know what? If Fred Warner has a bad game, I'm surprised. I always expect him to look like that. Always. And he always does. Fred Warner. All pro. Sal?
Sorry, Ronbo. Yeah, I was looking at my bad. I was looking at my phone. I wanted to bring up the fact, because I was looking at this fact earlier. I believe, remember last year how we started like a streak with other teams losing after they played us.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that. I think it started again because every opponent since I believe it was week 2
this year.
Every opponent. Every opponent since week 2.
Okay, so 3 weeks of teams losing the following week.
Yeah, it started again. The week 1 team didn't win or didn't lose the next week. It was Pittsburgh. But I forgot who we played week 2. Oh, it was the Rams. The Rams. There you go.
Oh yeah, they did win. The Rams. They did win. Damn it.
Yeah. It started with the Rams. We beat them, and then they lose, and then week 3, I believe it was the Giants.
Oh, that's
they
right.
lost again.
Yeah.
And then Cardinals, I believe, was week 4, and then they lost again. So that streak started again, Ronbo. This team, I just wanted to call in, just chat about, how good we're feeling. Really not much to talk about, but just how the team
for us.
How
now.
Yeah, it's just dominating. It's the standard, Ronbo. I really enjoy watching the team play, and then the records that we're hitting. The milestones.
Yes.
Sooner or later, Ronbo, we're gonna be talking about like the undefeated season all year.
Oh, Sal, don't say it, man. Because what I don't want is for us to get. We need to lose one. I don't know who it would be. It's okay. It's too early to lose now because they've already gotten too far. You need to win 10 in a row. You can't lose to the Eagles. Ooh. It would be nice to lose 1 or 2 weeks before the Eagles game. That way they'll be all pissed off. Because you know what happens? So you can get complacent. They need to reset. Because if they start cruising along and start thinking, man, who we playing? Man, Coach, we don't need to work out all day today. See, now is when you start feeling yourself. I'm worried about that. Maybe not.
But I feel like, I don't know, this group of guys, like, they're pretty hungry.
Yeah. They know we should have won
so
last
I feel
year.
like once we get over maybe the 10-0 mark, 11-0, and say, we do get past Philly, and then we're still undefeated.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm looking ahead, but I feel like we got a group of guys that are willing to go for history, and that's just how that sounds. That has a nice ring to it, Ronbo. The undefeated 20-0 San Francisco Super Bowl champion 49ers.
The second team in
history. That has a nice ring to
do that.
Well, first team to go 20-0 because they added another game to the schedule.
That's right.
So that would be the greatest of all time. Yeah, but I know we're getting ahead of ourselves.
No. Let's get ahead of ourselves. I like this. And the fact of the matter is, Sal, if we go 6-2 Super Bowl wins, Rudy and his little silly conversations cannot bother you anymore. Well, you guys can watch all your games on Super Bowls on VHS. You boy. Okay, because if we win we get 6 Lombardis. That's the best of all time. We only got 2 losses.
Man, I was looking at the Rams game the other day. Aaron Donald's not even a factor anymore. He's a shell of himself, Ronbo.
No, everybody knows the blueprint is out. Everybody's following the blueprint on how to stop him. And Micah's got the same problem coming up too. Because we bum rushed his butt.
Yeah, Mike is a problem, but he's not a game. He's a
game changer.
He's not a game wrecker. Yeah, I feel like he just beats up on his weak division. And if you could stack up 3 sacks against Daniel Jones, every game, every time you play him, that's the reason. That's the reason you get those easy sacks.
And Sal, last year he did this. Micah came out of the chute, and everybody said Micah Parsons is the number 1 defender in the NFL. I was like, oh yeah, it's a little early. And sure enough, Mike faded out. Yes.
Yeah.
Sal, we got to do.
Man, they didn't even show up on Sunday, Ronbo. But
they tried. I think. I guess it didn't look like it though, did it?
Yeah, we're just too dominant, Ronbo. We're the standard, and until somebody beats us, and they actually, they get us on our bad day. I'm not going to pick us to lose. I really think, we're really undefeated.
I like that.
We're going to go undefeated.
The standard, undefeated, all the way to the Super Bowl. All right, Sal, I'm through dreaming. I'm hoping you're right. Sal, let me see you Friday. Bring your score ready, and we'll continue to laugh about the Cowboys and get ready for the Browns.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't even get over this week. I didn't even call in and make fun of them. I was just over here just relaxing.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night. I'll try to call in on
Thanks,
Friday.
I hope so. Looking for it. Night, fam. And here comes Dark Brother, Brock Purdy's lawyer, who insists that Brock Purdy needs to be paid now. DB.
I'll try to call him.
Dark Brother, oh, that's you. Dark Brother, you got a speaker open. DB. Dark Brother.
Hey, Ronbo.
There you are.
Ronbo.
I'm listening.
Can you hear me?
Yes. You cut that speaker off good. You got an echo or feedback.
I just got it off.
All right.
Hey, man. I wasn't going to say anything, because, it was such a bad beatdown, and I'm watching all these.
It's a beautiful thing.
All these Cowboys fans crying all over the internet.
Also a beautiful.
I was just going to leave. I was just going to leave it alone, right?
No.
But then when I heard about Michael Parsons talking smack right after he got his ass kicked, he's sitting there on his podcast with bruised ribs. Right? He's got bruised ribs. He just had 42 points laid on him, right? He needs to look at the reality of the situation, right? That Sunday night, the Texas Ranger had a playoff game in the Major League Baseball, against the Orioles, right?
Did they win? I've been watching.
They're Texas.
This is playoffs.
They're Texas Ranger. They're Texas Ranger baseball team.
I know. I've been watching. I just realized the playoffs are on.
But they score more points against the Orioles than the Dallas Cowboys did. A Major League Baseball team in Texas scored 11 points against the Orioles that same night when the Dallas Cowboys can't even score 10 points. 11 points.
And they're scoring 1 point at a time.
You got a baseball team scoring more points than you, and you're out there talking smacks.
I mean, that day they weren't even the best team in Texas, let alone the NFL. Go Dallas. Well,
Hey, man, and another thing is he's got to go back and watch the films, right? Because he said, "Oh, you know what? We hurt ourselves. The game could have been close if we just didn't make all of our mistakes, right? If we eliminated all of our mistakes, don't worry about what they did. Scoring 6 touchdowns on us. If we eliminated all of our mistakes, we would have been right there with them, and it would have been a close game." He's got to go back there and watch that fourth quarter when they sat down all of the 49ers starters on offense and defense with about 6 minutes left. We took off foot out. We took off foot out there next.
We stopped. Fam, he does
with
this.
6 minutes.
Micah does this in 12 minutes. We took 12. Most of the fourth quarter, our starters were gone.
Yeah, and he's got to go back there and look at what the ref did for them too. That tackle when they had that running play in the end zone, that tackle that they call like borderline safety, that was a safety, man.
I know.
The ref placed the ball inches away from outside of the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
So the ref gave them 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think we gave them 3 points because we were in range to kick a field goal towards the end, and we chose to just run out the clock.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We gave them 3 points at the end.
Yeah, we could have had 50 points. If we scored another touchdown, it's 49.
So even without our starters, right?
Yeah.
We could have had like an extra 5 points there.
I mean, Oren Burks picked Dak off. I thought that was the backup. That was Dak.
Yeah. Dak was there the whole time. So if we no, actually he wasn't there. He came out like 5 minutes before.
Yeah, Cooper Rush finally came in.
But it actually was an improvement. Actually, So you really can't say, hey man, we had our second string guy put our quarterback in there. Hey, you know what? I was just looking at their schedule, and the way he's talking smack, like, oh yeah, we're gonna see you guys again in the playoff, and watch what we're gonna do to you, right? You know what? That's so disrespectful to their opponents, because I'm looking at their schedule, right? They got about seven games that they can actually lose.
Damn right.
With to good teams. Like they got the Charger coming up, right? That's a good team, man.
Yes,
they can actually lose to the Charger.
I can't wait to see the spread.
So that's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one game that they could lose, right? They got the Rams coming up. That's a hell of a good team that they could lose to.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams gave us and the
Eagles
and the Eagles a hell of a game, right? They're good. Yeah, they're good. So that's two teams that they could lose to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the Eagles 2 times. That's 4 games, and then they got the Seahawks, and they got the Bills and the Dolphins.
Ooh.
That's 5, 6, and 7.
Dallas.
That's 5, 6, and 7.
Dallas.
7 teams that they can lose to, and on the rest of the schedule, right? And then you got another game that could be borderline loss for them, right? It's going to be the Lions.
Oh.
They're looking at maybe 7 or 8 loss.
I didn't know they played the Lions too. Ooh, I'm not going to be bothered with Dallas in the playoffs. I guarantee it.
So instead of talking like it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to see us and give us a smackdown as retribution in the playoffs, man, they better just worry about making the playoffs
as a wild card.
They could go like 9. They could go 9 and 8. They could go 8. They could actually go 8 and 9. Maybe.
They could, and Tony, you can appreciate Dark Brother because Tony said the same thing. Fam, we got to go. I'm gonna see you Friday though. Bring that score and let's continue to make jokes out of the Cowboys. Everybody should wear a cowboy hat.
All right, man. Texas Ranger, man. Texas Ranger. How about them Cowboys?
Woo! DB.
All right, Ronbo.
Have a great night, fam. See, because Micah, man, Micah didn't have no respect for the Cardinals either. Yeah, we got to be careful about playing down to our competition. Michael, was you playing down to the competition the other day? Hey, why are you insulting teams you got to be playing? That is just silly. Ellis. Oh, yo, Ellis. Leroy Phillips. Maybe all point from Texas boys missing last season. Ellis, come on in, man. Are we sitting up here chuckling about that game? This is like one of them moments because we don't play the Cowboys every year. Wait a minute. Yes, we do, don't we? For the last 3 years in a row. But normally that's not the case. I think we're seeing the poor guys for the last time. They're not going to be in the playoffs. If they do, then we're not going to see them. And Jerry Jones is going to blow that team up at the end of the year because Dak is going to get something going to happen to Dak. They can't continue on with them high salaries and getting the butt whooped. But Ellis, your feeling though, if they've expanded since Sunday night.
I mean, it's the same, man. I feel like Kyle's really grown into, the coach that he can be, and he's a lot more sound in his play calling. I think there's been for the past few years, there's been some seasons where we're like, Kyle, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kyle, why aren't you doing this? Why is he, we're asking ourselves, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? What's happening? Now it's like everything has been so fluid and consistent.
Smooth.
I just think he's really gotten into his he's matured. He's matured greatly. You know what I mean? In his overall
role,
ability as a head coach.
It's only been 7 years,
and
he had to learn.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time, man. You know, it doesn't always happen overnight or so quickly. You know, sometimes it's on the individual person. You know, it's even like with players. You know, sometimes it's the system, sometimes it's the player, sometimes it can be both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, two things can be right at the same time. So,
yes.
yeah, so I feel a lot more confident in the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're closing. You know, we're going into games.
Yes, we're finishing. That's right. We did have a little bit of an issue with that. We're finishing.
We cold in the first half, then we come back in the second half. It's like we played like a struggle team in certain games where it's like, dude, we're just way too damn good to be looking like this. You know, yes. I mean, all bullshit aside. So now we're not having those. I'm personally myself, I'm not saying that or feeling that way, and I'm kind of just in awe, man. It seems like it's just getting better and better. Like I'm still blown away at how much we beat, you know, how bad we beat the Cowboys. Considering they were supposed to be one of, you know, they're saying, oh, between us, the Eagles and the Cowboys, we're the best teams in the NFC. Well,
right?
Shit, the Cowboys, they're playing like the bottom 5 in the NFC. Shit,
exactly.
Not top 5.
Yeah,
I mean, what are we talking about?
Absolutely. Ain't played nobody. And when they did, they got hurt. Cardinals aren't that good, Wells. They're okay, but they ain't supposed to be beating a top 5 team.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I mean, man. I just everybody touched the ball. Everybody's touching the ball now. I've been talking about that for a long time.
Yes.
Kyle Juszczyk touching the ball more. Yeah. I've been talking about that for like 4 seasons.
Yes.
I've been talking about that. And granted, he's not getting, you know, excessive carries or touches, but he's touching the ball every game, it seems like now, or at least the last 2-3 games.
And that's important.
You know, they've been finding him. And I'm glad. Yeah. You know, Brock is getting really good at spreading the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
He's not doing, you know, what other quarterbacks will do. And in the past, you know, Jimmy, he finds his favorites.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on 1 or 2 guys, and everybody else is pretty much non-existent. He's surveying, reading the field. He's reading his options. He's going through his progressions, and he's finding the open guys. He delivered some really beautiful passes that game, man. That back shoulder to Brandon Ayuk on the go,
yeah.
And you know, just a lot of passes outside of that one he threw behind Brandon Ayuk. Man, he was just the ball placement, his reads, going through his progressions, everything was looking great.
Might have been Ayuk.
And yeah, just really impressed, man. I can't say enough about how
you
know, beautiful our team is looking right now, Bo. I really feel really good about it. And this year, man, I think this has to be the year, man. If never, this team to me is better than our 2019 squad.
It's starting to look like it. Definitely is. I mean, you know,
that's my take on it. This team as a whole is better than our 2019 squad.
And we know what happened.
You know, and by week 12, 13, I think we'll be all saying the same thing at this rate that we're going right now.
Loving it. Ellis, good stuff. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to see you Friday, and we'll still be laughing at the Cowboys while we're predicting the score for the next game. I hope the 49ers ain't doing that, though. They got to be serious. But we can clown.
No, look, I don't want to take the break. I don't want to be, you know, I'm not comfortable with losing to the Browns.
No, you shouldn't be.
I'm not comfortable with losing to that team. So it's not this. This isn't a game where, you know, we can settle or just dial it back. And I don't think that we're going to allow that to happen. I think that we're going to take this game just as seriously. We'll pound them. And if they don't have Deshaun Watson, I mean, they don't stand a chance against us. They don't have Nick Chubb anymore. I mean, the defense is the best thing they got going right now. They got a couple of weapons on offense, but without Deshaun Watson, you know, without Nick Chubb, man, it's going to be a struggle for them. So anyway, y'all know what it is, man. It's for life. Shout out to the faithful out there, all of my gents, and and our lovely lady fans, faithful.
Shout out to Sharice.
And man, man, look. Lastly, Michael Parsons, come on, man. He sounded like a high schooler, so
he's only 24.
Ass whoopings hurt. But you gotta,
Else we gotta go before production throws us out because it making all kind of noise. All right, let me see you Friday, fam.
All right, man.
Appreciate you. Right. Shout out to the squad too.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, fam. Okay, and Diamond Dog Sports. What we have now that we haven't had in decades is ball security. We aren't turning it over, and that started with Purdy. Diamond Dogs, thanks for their contributions. Yeah, the efficiency is off the hook right now. It's almost miraculous. The 49ers' efficiency now in protecting the ball is not actually normal. 5 weeks, 1 turnover. If we could stay close to this for the rest of the season, it would be even still more incredible. Josh.
Hey, Ronbo. It's been a long time, man.
Hey, how you doing, Josh? It is true. I
doing
see
good.
In the chat, but you haven't been on the phone a long time.
Hey, you know what? It's a great week. This is a great week. Beat the Cowboys' asses. Put them back in their place.
Yes.
We stopped all the delusional talks and the delusional thoughts. Shout out to Texas boy mom.
And she deserves some love, of course.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, I sent you a message on X. I don't know if you actually checked them out, but I sent you 2 clips of a guy that I found on YouTube of I call him Texas boy. I sent 2 little clips. You should check them out, man. And I also sent another one of a Cowboy fan. This guy was actually eating dog food, man, on YouTube because he lost a bet.
Oh, see,
like.
You gotta do a bet that you can actually do. I've tasted dog food. I ate a dog biscuit as a kid because I wondered why my dog ate it like it tasted so good. It tastes like a cookie with no sugar in it.
Oh no, he was eating wet dog food, man. A giant can of dog food.
Dog food smells like. Whoa, my God, that smells bad. Ooh, my heart goes out to him.
But it was great. Yeah, check out those clips, man, that I sent you.
All right.
But yeah, you know what? I want to point out something that a lot of our callers aren't pointing out, and hey, much respect to them. A lot of people are realizing Brock Purdy. They're comparing him to Brady. Don't compare him to Brady because he's got something more than Brady, and don't compare him to Montana yet because I don't care what anybody says. Montana's still the GOAT.
Yeah.
But what's really going on for our offense right now, yes, we do have the cheat code with CMC.
Yeah.
But look at his 7-step drop back. I mean, it is fire. Every time he does it, that's when he's making these big plays.
And you're right. He doesn't do it all the time.
Ronbo, when was the last time you saw a quarterback? I mean, okay, me and you, we're both Jimmy G guys. We supported him, because we won with him.
Yeah.
How many times did you see Jimmy G do 7-step dropbacks?
I cannot remember. I remember there was a short period of time when Kyle put Jimmy in a shotgun. And
after he got injured, he wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the 7-step dropback is just, it's insane. The last 2 quarterbacks that I remember seeing it consistently with on the Niners was Joe Montana and Steve Young.
Yeah.
And we were just shredding people up. We were shredding them up.
You give that quarterback extra time to throw the ball, especially if he knows what he's doing. Of course. Now, Mahomes does it like as a habit, So, yeah.
Well, and Mahomes, everybody wants to think he's the greatest thing ever. He's not, his offensive line, I don't know why they don't get penalized for the holding because they hold like a mother.
Every team complains about that.
They never get called for it.
Yeah.
They never get called for it. His offensive line they're not even on the line.
And egregious
it got pointed out.
Well, you see the man's clothes
it got pointed
being
out.
ripped off of him. Like, come on, the ref didn't see that. God.
It got pointed out on when they lost to the Lions that they were so far off, on national television. But that's whatever. Ronbo, I've been calling. I was saying it in week 4. that Dallas, they're not making it to the playoffs this year.
I think
they're not. They're going to lose 7 more games or possibly 8. And
they only need to lose 4 more because that'll do it. You cannot get into the playoffs this year with that's too many. Yeah. And I know, and we already know at least 3 more games you're going to lose. That's 5.
Yeah, they're not making it this year. They're not making it this year.
Maybe, possibly,
No.
slightly. They got to do better in their division, though. If the Eagles beat them, and they're going to, they already beat the Giants. They own the Giants.
Yeah,
Washington,
they'll probably go 1-1 with the Eagles like they do every year. But I think the Chargers are going to whip their ass. You know,
I really
and
do.
I mean, we crushed them, man.
Kellen
We
Moore's
crushed
over
them.
there, Josh. He can't wait to get the
Dak
Cowboys.
is shook. Dak is shook. McCarthy looks like he's calling, play calls off of Denny's menus. It's
I got to remember that one.
Jerry Jones is pissed. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in the room with Jerry Jones and Dakota while Jerry's in there bitching them out. Oh, man.
And you're
just
right. I
to
bet
see
you
him
call
how
him in.
pissed he is.
Or maybe JJ went right over to Jerry's house, so he didn't want to bother to make him come to the office. I just came over because here, take this. Yeah, some of the best bourbon you can find. Listen, I want to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, the real Mr. Burns. Real life Mr. Burns. Oh, man. No, and you know what? The Browns, don't worry about them. They're Dallas 2.0. They really are, but they haven't faced anybody that is really relevant in the NFL. They faced the Steelers, and we already beat them. And the other team that's above 500 is the Ravens. And the Ravens are having problems too. Their wide receivers, they can't catch any passes. They're having the same problems that they had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Action Jackson, he's not looking like he used to 3 years ago.
And they're waiting for him on a couple of those runs. See, that's why that plays out at some point. You can't keep running like that as a quarterback. Pretty soon, I don't need to worry about you throwing the ball. Just wait. He's going to take off.
Yeah. And, I'm not worried about it, Deshaun Watson, he's not going to want to play. He's been pulling that for 2 weeks now of, my shoulder. I'm not ready. He's just setting them dry for all the money, which,
And they deserve that for being stupid.
Yeah.
They ruined the entire league with that contract.
Yeah, even Dante Winter was saying, it's the Browns. They're not going to win. He was talking crap about them too.
I mean, they've only, like you said, they haven't beaten anybody. They got 2 wins. They're 2-2, right? Well, they got to be. Did they have a bye week?
Yeah, they're 2-2.
Yeah,
and they're coming off a bye week right now.
So how sharp are they going to look? This is going to be a fun game, hopefully. So but here's Josh. I understand. 2 weeks in a row, we walked into this is the best defense in the league. Well, what are we? You guys ranked number 3, really? So okay, this is good. I can't wait to see this game. Hey, we got to go though, fam. Josh, good to hear from you again. All right, don't be a stranger.
All right,
on this
Ronbo.
See you Friday.
Can you give me a Niner shout out?
Absolutely. Niners! Josh.
All right, Ronbo. Thanks, man.
Thank you, fam. Have a great night. Why do people keep accusing us of being less than the best defense in the league? Okay. Hey, yo, be him.
Ronbo!
B!
Yeah. Look here, baby. 42.
Yes.
You hear me? And there's only one thing I'm mad about, Ronbo.
They didn't score that 45th.
They're 49.
They should have.
We should have put up 49.
You know?
We should have kicked them out of our stadium.
Should
with
have.
our symbol. Yeah.
But be glad you and I weren't out there coaching. I'd have hung my foot all the way up at that. You know what? That 40, I wouldn't have been satisfied until we got 50.
Yeah. But we got the dub, Ronbo.
Yes.
I'm happy. Actually, we got the massacre, Ronbo, because we massacred them boys.
So
3 times.
I'm
in a row.
tremendously happy about that. I was looking at some different shows earlier today,
Aren't they fun?
and of course, yeah, man, it's amazing how they trying to trap out. You know, they tried to trap old Fred into talking about the Eagles and you know, us playing them, this, that, and the third. But you know, Fred took it on the chin like a G, man. He ain't finna let you get him like that. You know,
No,
we'll see
he
the
ain't
we'll see
talking
the
like
Eagles
Michael
when
Parsons.
we see the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, we'll see them when we see them.
Yep.
And it ain't gonna be long before we holler at them. You know,
Yep. We playing the
just
Browns.
1 week at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Ronbo, that was a man. This weekend was a tremendous showing, man. It really showed me a lot. Hey, skies is the limit, baby. I think we're finally in the making to be able to go somewhere and be able to perform at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
They keep hating on Brock Purdy, but let them keep hating.
Let
The
'em.
only thing
Let
he's
'em.
doing is every week he's just showing them differently. You know, for whatever reason they want to. You know, I've been hearing a lot of people they want him to have to play from behind, but
Carry
as
the
long as
team
we
on
got
his
the
back.
team we got. As long as we got the team we got, why
We don't
why
play
should
like
we
that.
ever be behind? I'm saying,
Why?
why
Exactly.
should we ever
That's
be
not what we
behind?
do. We
You
beat
feel
your
me?
ass. We're not putting them in that
Yeah,
position to please people.
and as much as I like Jimmy G used to come out and I just been taking note. When Jimmy G came out, a lot of drives we came out Rumble and either we went 3 and out or we got down there and we forced them to kick a field. I mean, they forced us to kick a field goal. It has been very rare since this kid has been playing, and I've just been taking notes, doing and like Deion Sanders say, keeping my receipt. Rumbo,
2
you know,
weeks. You know, Jake Moody has not been
really-
on the field for 2 weeks for a field goal. Yeah.
well, it's really Rumbo. We are coming out our first drive. We were coming out on everybody, and we were scoring our first drive.
Yep.
And when we come out and score on everybody on our first drive, we put a lot of pressure on their team because they know if we score, they got to try to keep up with us. You feel me?
Don't get behind.
And that is where the problem lies. The problem lies right there.
Yeah.
Once we get that lead.
But Dak didn't have to come from behind. It was the first quarter, and we only had 7. Dak was still looking. That's not his offense. They tried to change it, but the Texas Coast offense is a myth. It doesn't exist. There's only one coast
this
offense.
The thing, Rumbo. It's just like Fred Warner said. He said it. He said we knew we could jump out on them. Style of ball they've been playing and what they've been putting on tape has been conservative. So we knew if we jumped out on them, you know what I'm saying, they was going to have to get down to where they got to throw themselves back in the game. And we knew that that's when the type of football that they wanted to play.
And it was
so
that
they
point
already had a plan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you what I liked out of everything real quick before we run out of time, Rumbo.
All right.
You know, George, he wore that shirt. I don't think he was really meant anything about it.
BM, we can't hear you. BM,
I say George.
There it is.
George,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
George wore that shirt. I don't think he meant anything about it when he wore that shirt. But Michael Parsons, he got out there behind George. You know, he said what he said. Like, I mean, I could understand even if y'all lost by 7, 10, even 14. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we had a couple of slips. We can correct them couple of slips. But, you know, you wearing that shirt, we're going to come back and holler at you. But you got blew out by 32 points. And then after that, you want to come up here talking about a goddamn shirt. So when my boy got up there, when my boy Devo got up there, he just letting me know, hey it ain't finna get personal. It's been personal. And what we did to you the first time, we'll make you really look bad the second time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad
So
too.
stay in your lane, baby.
Yes.
Stay in your lane, man.
Mika's got a
Stay
lot
in
to
your
learn.
lane.
He's only been in the league 3 years, but Mika's got to learn a lot of things. He says some things to get his ass in trouble. I mean, come on, man. That podcast is the worst thing that can happen to him. I used to like him.
Hey,
now I think he's silly.
Well, you know what? You know what happens when you open your goddamn mouth? You got to back it up.
You do.
Because hey, them Jack boys coming to holler at you. We coming to holler at you. Everybody want to talk. Hey, everybody want to talk about these Eagles. Let them keep talking. But guess what? We coming to holler at them. We coming to holler at them.
It's gonna be loud too. But yeah, we gotta go, fam.
Yeah.
I always appreciate you. Let me see you Friday though. Don't let me miss you either.
We'll do, Ronbo.
All right. Like,
have a good one.
Give me shout out to Q, and I'll see you on Friday.
All right.
Night, fam. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo. How's your night going? I know it's
Michael,
a night
I'm
for
a
49er
49er fan. Yes, you're a 49er fan. You know how
Oh,
it
yeah.
is tonight. It's a one.
Hey, we got to wish a happy late birthday to you. know whose birthday was Sunday, right?
Hey, wait, don't tell me.
George
Yes,
Kittle.
it was Kittle's birthday.
Yep, 30 years old.
It actually really
touchdowns,
was his
equal to
birthday, right?
30.
That's right. I sung happy birthday
Yep.
to him.
That's
Yeah.
why he got his birthday present, and his other birthday present is beating the Cowboys. That was his big gift
Can I
from
get
all
better
of
than
us.
that? That's a wonderful thing.
That's the big present. Yep, George Kittle. That's why he had a big game Sunday, guys. His birthday party. That's right.
We need
You
to
gotta
celebrate
figure
his birthday more
They must have
often.
had it planned out.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we need to have birthdays every Sunday.
Yeah, just fake
you
it,
know?
lie about it. Doesn't matter. Let him think so. Hypnotize him. Make
Yeah.
George, it's your birthday this
I
week.
just
Here's
can't
what we're
wait
going to
for
do.
Yep, and I think, like you said, the quarterback for the Browns, he might not be playing Sunday. And that UCLA guy, that doesn't look that good for the Browns. Baltimore was beating them up bad last week.
Yet they,
before
yet they
the
still,
bye
the
week.
defense kept them
Baltimore
in that
beat
game,
them bad.
apparently.
Baltimore beat them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they,
Baltimore beat them bad the week
Baltimore
before
still
the bye.
lost, though,
The
Michael.
Browns.
Baltimore still lost. You got to respect that defense. That's the thing.
Yes. Yeah, no, the defense you got to watch out. But I think we can. Hey, look at the Cowboys defense. I thought they would be good. And I guess not.
I mean, that's
Come on,
that's
guys.
true.
That's true. That's true. You thought that the Cowboys will have one of the best defense. Look at the first 2 weeks. They played little scrubs, but we took care of their defense. And the Browns, we'll be ready for the Browns. Trust me. I'll be ready. We're going to the doghouse. The dog. That's what we call it. The doghouse. The dog pound. Yep.
Dog pound. I don't know why we can't be ranked higher as a defensive team, though. Why do every team we play?
Defense should
that's
be
the number one defense.
It should be
Who?
number one.
The Cowboys.
Number one defense. I agree with that because
now.
we beat the Cowboys bad. Yep. Oh yeah, we should have the number one defense and number one offense. I think because we score so many good points. We never have to worry. We never trail. I don't think out of those 5 games, I don't know how many times we trail. I don't think we ever trailed anything.
Michael, the Browns are number one defense right now, so we're gonna have to hear it again.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll handle them the same way we handle the Cowboys. Trust me, I got faith in the Niners. I think they'll be ready. I want to know who's going to score big for the 49ers this Sunday. I wonder who's going to score 3 touchdowns. Maybe Debo will get maybe 1 or 2.
No, McCaffrey will be back. He's
Debo's
still mad
good.
about that fumble. He even said so in his press conference.
Oh,
He called
McCaffrey?
himself a name.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been pissed too if I fumbled. I would have. that makes up.
On the one. He's not
on the
done.
one.
When was the last time he did that?
One. Probably with Carolina. I think that's the last time. I think when he was with Carolina. I don't think he fumbled with us last year. I don't know. I have to
No, he
look
didn't.
back last year. No, I think it was with Carolina he did.
And not necessarily last
Oh.
year. I'm trying to think of the last time he possibly did that anywhere in his career. The guy's really good. So that was really something really
No,
perked
he's
him
the
up.
best. Oh, he's one of the best running backs. Yes. Trust me. Oh yeah, I just can't wait.
Well, Michael,
Yeah.
what else was on your mind about this game that stood out that you want to expound upon?
With the Cowboys, well, I was thinking about Texas boys. I was just thinking like tissue boy, Texas tissue boy. I was thinking like my friend said I should make a shirt just for him, with him on the sideline crying with bunch of tears.
We can't
that
find
was
any
very
of those
exciting.
guys. Texas boy.
No, I think he's hiding under the ditch. I think he's hiding underneath the house or the stadium.
In the house with lights
They
off.
must be hiding under Dallas Stadium. Mm-hmm. Or
no
maybe he's
Rams
with
in
Dak Prescott talking. Maybe Prescott and him are sitting there talking. Maybe they're having a burger. I don't know. You know? Oh, the Rams? I'm not worried about the Rams. I'm worried about everybody next week loses in our division. We win. That's what I'm hoping. Just push them down more.
Nice, wouldn't it? Well, you got the Cardinals and the Rams are out of it. They've fallen 2 games behind us. And the way this year's going, that's not a good thing. So we're going to find out.
Main thing, we just got to beat the Seahawks in the second half. That's the main thing.
We definitely have to beat
them in the second half. Because that's the team that's watching us.
Yeah, we played them twice within a 3-week period, I think somebody said.
Mm-hmm. We played Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks. Imagine that combination. The bird season. Let's go bird hunting, guys. That's 3 weeks. We go bird hunting.
That's
play the Seahawks, the Eagles, and the Seahawks again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
and I think we're playing them during Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, or Thanksgiving and Christmas, whatever. Imagine that.
Well, that's
we
right.
Have games, right?
Thursday game is against the Hawks.
Yep. Get your birds ready, guys. Get those birds.
A long rest between. Oh wow.
Yep.
This is gonna be interesting.
And let CMC eat those birds. Let CMC eat that bird leg.
Michael, appreciate your fam. I'll see you Friday. Bring that score and
Friday.
why.
I will, buddy.
All right.
You too. You have a good night. Good night, 49 Empires.
Night, Michael. And we roll down here to see. Hey, Bryant, come on in, Bryant. Happy Cowboys Week. I mean, might as well make it. We got to make this a holiday from now on. It's Cowboys Week. Happy Cowboys Week. Because apparently we're going to beat them every time we see them. Thank you, Michael Parsons, for keeping us fired up about that fact. Bryant.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Brian, as a 49er fan, I don't know how I could be any happier. How about you?
I was just sitting here thinking, it's like there's like 3 or 4 teams like you just get pure joy out of beating.
Right.
And I would have to say like the Raiders and the Cowboys are,
1 and 2.
Those are the 2.
Rams are number 3.
I like beating the Packers. The Rams, we beat them all the time.
I know, but I like to see them faces. You know what? I don't have a feeling about the Packers because why do you have a thing about the Packers?
Feel sour.
Yeah, okay, because they don't have any. I mean, if you're a Chicago Bears
sour
fan, you
against
hate
the whole, 1998, 97.
Yeah, when you go back in time,
we were playing against Brett Favre, and then
it
kind of bled into even Minnesota. Favre kept beating us there, so like that's just like one of those things.
No, good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Then the whole Aaron Rodgers debacle, whatever. He should have come here with us, whatever. So it's just like I don't like the Packers too much.
Yeah.
I'm
not crazy.
They're my uncle's team, but
really, I just don't think about them much.
So, what team on the schedule do you look at and see the possibility of the Niners slowing down with? Because at this time, you've went through 5 games. The Rams, oddly enough, were probably our biggest challenge.
Yeah, Brian, we're gonna lose. You know how we always lose one game that we shouldn't have lost every year. I don't know who that's gonna be though. I have not the slightest. I have no idea. But somebody we have no business losing to is going to beat us.
I really hope not. I don't, have to see a perfect season, but it sure would be nice.
Yeah, would be fine.
And what's really neat about this season is that they started out fast because they want that number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I don't see them letting up once they get the number 1 seed, especially if like we go in. Just, assuming everything happens the way it happens, and we go into Philadelphia December 3rd, and we're looking at being 10-0, going up against them 11-0.
I'm not losing to the Eagles. I do not see them losing against the Eagles.
I don't see us.
I'm afraid for the Eagles, actually. The 49ers are going to come in there pissed. That's going to be a funny game. That might be worse than the Cowboys.
I don't see us losing at this time because their mentality that I perceive is every game's a playoff game.
Yeah, they do. They play intense.
We've already kind of had a mindset correct when the Cardinals beat Dallas. The Niners are like, whoa, we need to look at the Cardinals before we think about Dallas. And the team said that. So, like, now it's like Dallas is all upset because we beat them a couple times in a row. you guys go back and you look at the 2017 season, that was a horrible game. They blew us out. That was the day that Dwight Clark got to come out, and we were honoring him, and they just ran up the score on us. It was like 40-10. So for somebody to say it's personal, you got to look at the history. Like, there's been some stuff that's happened, and it's not right.
Michael's only 24. He doesn't understand. He hasn't been here.
Yeah, that's what's interesting too. Is it's like a lot of these fans and players and stuff. There's been a good gap where the Niners and the Cowboys weren't in the playoffs or very good at all. The Cowboys for a long time, even currently, they're an 8-18. They get lucky to get into the playoffs. When we get in the playoffs, we're usually a pretty solid team.
Right.
But
we go all the way.
Just about, huh?
Yeah, we at least get the Super Bowl.
So you got any thoughts? Yeah. When we get to the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be a special season. I really think that's just what they're determined on.
And if they do,
what's your thoughts?
Help the AFC team.
There's not an AFC team that can stand this. There's not. The Chiefs aren't the same. The Bengals aren't the same. The Jaguars beat the Bills.
Poor Bengals.
You can't.
The Bills are very inconsistent now, aren't they? They just don't know who they have. They lost their identity. Josh Allen used to be throwing the ball all over the field and running the ball the other half of the time. And now they're trying to make him play in a structured type of system. He's having a lot of trouble with that. So, yeah.
I think, again, the only team that might give us any problems is the Eagles. We just have to worry about that tush push. We just got to figure out some way to, defend it.
I like that. That's exactly what it is, too. Has the league always allowed that?
I don't know, but they literally pick him up by his legs and push him through the line.
Yeah.
And he just goes over the top of everybody. It's like. But hey, Ronbo, thanks for having me on. Look forward to talking to you again. The Browns, that's who we got to play, and again, one game at a time.
Yeah.
Stay faithful, everybody.
Well, to answer your question, the Cardinals, that would be the most unlikely game to lose, right? What we got to go. Did they come to us this last game?
Well, yeah, we went to. They came to us, so we got to go to the desert.
Okay, that's the one. I can 16-1's okay with me though, Brian. I hope I'm wrong too, but as I say, we always lose one game we have no business losing. Okay, we'll see. Maybe different mindset this year. They might for just not do that this year. We'll see. All right,
I really hope not, because again, to sweep the division 2 years in a row. The Cardinals are, a team that looks like they're rebuilding, but they seem to play everybody really tight.
They do.
But at that point, later in the season, somebody mentioned bird hunt before, and I think me and you've talked about it too. We go actually on a 5-game run. We play the Seahawks and the Eagles and the Seahawks. Then we play the Cardinals. Then we play the Ravens.
Oh,
so it's 5 games. Ravens are going to be tough. But all right, Ronbo, I'll talk to you later.
Poultry. No problem. All right, Brian. Talk to you shortly, fam. All right. There's Bryant. You can catch it right here on YouTube as well. He is Bryant. Just type in BRYNT. Bryant has another name added to that too. But you type in Bryant, you'll find him. Anyway, where are we here? Casey.
Was shaking, Ronbo.
Casey, Micah Parsons is shaking. He's livid. He can't believe that George Kittle came in with that shirt on. He doesn't know that shirt. George Kittle, somebody else did that. And George was just emulating that. He wasn't. That's not an original idea. But
I'm surprised George wore that shirt. I thought,
George is crazy. I love it. And he had to
I thought this was a family show.
So everybody could see. I know. Wait, I think he had a censor over the top word. But you could see the
Man, what a
Kittle's a nutcase.
What a video game. That was a hell of a game, man. 42-10.
Ooh.
That's one of Casey's scores.
Hey, Casey, did you see that coming though? Really? I had no idea they were going to beat the Cowboys up like that. I was shocked.
I mean, I thought it was going to be like that or like a little bit closer of a game. I'm surprised that the Cowboys only scored 10 points.
You know, I thought we maybe scored 30 like we do on average, but the Cowboys have scored maybe.
I mean, I guess I'm not.
20 and 27. I said, yeah, how you guys just beat your brains out?
I guess I'm not surprised that the Cowboys only scored 10 points. I'm just kind of in awe of what Brock Purdy is doing because he's
special.
To me, he's the front runner for MVP this year. He's getting plus 2,000 right now.
He needs 5 more weeks of this, and then everybody will believe. Right now, you still got the skeptics. They're still talking. But 5 more weeks of this. Oh, yeah, they're going to blame the schedule. Casey, what did you think about this schedule at the beginning of the year? I thought they gave us a schedule from hell, and they put us on the road going East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. I said, you know what, they're doing everything they can to stop the 49ers. It might it's not going to work.
We have a well-timed bye week. You know, it's not one of these week 5 bye weeks like the Seahawks got or
good rest in 8.
The Browns got.
Yep.
I mean, this guy, I'd really like to hear what quarterbacks like Brady and Mahomes and Peyton Manning would have to say about Purdy. Because they would.
Aaron Rodgers has said something. I think, Aaron Rodgers said something nice.
Okay. Well, Aaron Rodgers has kind of gone off the deep end to me a little bit. With
he's
been saying
he's doing some
last
serious.
Year.
I mean, we all want some of the stimulants he's taking. I want to know what that feels like.
I just think he's gotten a little bit arrogant to me. I don't know.
I know. Well, at least he's coming to games and trying to coach up little Zach.
He's still probably my favorite quarterback of all time. That's besides the point. The point is, Brock Purdy is
Con Air haircut. That was special.
Hey,
is that Nicolas Cage? No, that's Aaron. Oh.
Well, Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about Nicolas Cage. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers and I think
the Dallas Cowboys.
I think that they're going to win the Super Bowl this year, man. I mean, it seems like it's too good to be true, you know. But Purdy with 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 9.1 yard average,
and he's got 1 error. I think he fumbled once. I think that's the only turnover. Wait, he recovered that fumble, or did he? No, he's got 1 turnover. I think.
I'm thinking Purdy throws for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and maybe I'm thinking 2 interceptions this year.
Wait,
and I think he gets MVP.
How many yards has he got? I haven't been counting that though. How many
He's
yards
like
has Brock
1,200.
gotten? He's got about 1,200.
Wait, I need to double check. Wait.
He's had a
Might be like
couple of games that he didn't throw 300, so it's got to be less than 12. Because 5 weeks possibly. I think you're right, Casey. He's been right around 200, and he went over 300 yards against the Cardinals. Or was that the Giants?
Yeah, he's only
against the Giants.
He's only going to throw he's only going to have 2 or 3 interceptions this year.
The way he's playing, maybe none. I mean, they got that down to a science.
He's thrown for 1,261 yards, and he's leading the NFL in QBR in his first. He hasn't even played a full season of games, and he's leading the NFL in QBR right now.
And by a large margin, Case. I mean, it's ridiculous.
A large margin. Like 8 points above Tua and the next people. He's getting plus 2,000 on MVP right now, Ronbo.
Right?
You need to throw $5 on that.
It's too early. But I, after week 10, start thinking about gambling on Brock Purdy as far as some of these huge accolades at the end of the season. It's not far-fetched he could win the MVP.
It's not. And the lead runner right now is Josh Allen. Josh has got 11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
And
Brock is 9-0.
Yeah, Josh could get real. He could be inconsistent. The Jags took him to England and beat him up.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish you could play them.
And I think the Bills are going to even out. I don't think the Bills have the run game the Niners have.
Because they refuse to have one.
The Niners are the best team in the league. They just manhandled the Cowboys. I mean, Dak Prescott and all these guys,
they don't even know what to say after the game.
Mike
Yeah,
does.
we want the Niners. We'll get them back. We'll see them in the playoffs. No, you guys won't. You guys won't even get close to it.
Stephen A. Smith
You
said
guys
that.
need some veterans on your team. They need veterans on their team. They have no one
Wait a
right
minute,
now.
wait.
I don't know who's on
Dak
the Cowboys.
is a veteran. Let me see. Those offensive linemen, I think they got a couple on there that are vets. Gilmore's a veteran.
They need an Emmanuel Sanders.
To make a difference to the rest of the guys. That's a good point. It depends on who we're talking about. Not everybody's cut out to lead a team and inspire them to do better and bigger and better things. That's a good point.
But Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Man, it seems like this season is flying by. It seems like every week the Niners are just
dominating,
just getting comical. Like cartoon-like.
I know. I did not see this coming. Although, could we have overrated the Cowboys? It could possibly be the overrated Cowboys. I thought it was going to be a better game than that. I thought it was going to be a dog fight.
No, I think that I think Kyle Shanahan is realizing his destiny, and he is becoming the coach that we all hoped he would.
Yes.
Yeah. I
want
he is
two
just,
Super Bowls between
some of these plays that they're
23, 24, 25. I need 2 Super Bowls between now and 2026. He can do it.
Ronbo, the 49ers embarrassed Mike McCarthy. I mean, I'm surprised McCarthy still has a job after that.
He's got one more time. Jerry won't fire him in the middle of the season. That's not his style, it seems. But Mike talked him into getting rid of Kellen. Kellen's over in San Diego. I mean with the Chargers. If the Chargers beat the Cowboys this year,
the same exact. Remember, we were in like week 3, and everyone was going, Cowboys have the best defense. And I said, I don't want to hear what the Cowboys are. They're supposed to beat the Giants and the Jets. And what happened is I
Patriots.
said, Dak has no run game, so he overcompensates. What happened? The Cowboys had like 30 yards of rushing, and Dak had 3 interceptions.
It's America's team.
The same story with these idiots every time.
Overrating these people.
They never learn.
In case we're going to go, I'll see you Friday and bring that score, and we can continue to just chew up and spit out the Cowboys as we're predicting score for the Browns game.
I think it's going to be like 50-0. Everyone's saying the Browns have a great defense and stuff. No, they don't. They beat the Titans and the
Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, Casey.
I'm already at the ESPN Awards where Dak Prescott's hosting and they're making jokes and George Kittle's in the audience or something like that. I mean, it's just
heckling.
Yeah.
Him and Debo. Y'all gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better not. We gotta go, Case.
All right, Ronbo.
I'll see
Give
you
him a
Friday.
blessed night. Yeah, I'm just singing ooh la la every. We're on this crazy win streak, man. Thank you, man. Give him a blessed night, Ronbo.
You too, fam. Thanks. Ooh la la. Hey, Tony.
Well, Ronbo, what did I tell you Friday?
Hey, you
What
told
did
me,
I say Friday?
and people are starting to get
I said
behind
George
you on this,
Kittle's
Tony.
gonna have a big day.
Yeah.
I said George Kittle's gonna have a big day.
Yeah.
I said Dak will throw 3 picks. I said y'all will stop the run. I said all of that, and look
That's
what happened.
true. Tony, and you got a following building up about how many games the Cowboys are going to lose. Now, when you said that, I hope so, but I didn't have no confidence. I said, you know what? The teams that were just named earlier tonight, those teams probably are going to beat the Cowboys or come damn close.
7-10, Ronbo, like you said, they're gonna beat the easy teams.
That's
They
what they
play
do.
the Chargers. They're gonna lose that Sunday.
Oh,
Then
kill
then,
'em.
then they go on the bye. Then they come back play the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's gonna beat them in Dallas. They always play them better in Dallas with that front four.
Isn't that weird?
Those wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's gonna beat them in Dallas. Philly's gonna beat them twice.
Yeah.
How many losses is that? That's
They count.
6,
They add
right?
up
That's 6 losses.
because they already got 2. You know
right.
something, Tony?
The
You're
Seahawks
right.
is gonna beat them. I
You're
think
right.
the Seahawks is gonna beat them in Dallas. I know Detroit's gonna beat them in Dallas.
Oh God,
That's 8
yes.
losses, right? And here's the coup de grace. They got to go to Buffalo in the cold, and they got to go to Miami
in the heat.
They're losing 10 games. They're losing 10 games. I'm
Tony,
sticking
you know
to
what?
that.
As
All those are
wild
good
as that
teams.
sounds, you might be right on target.
Washington always plays them. You know, they play Washington twice.
Yeah.
Washington always gets them. Especially in Dallas. They got their front four. Washington got those 3 wide receivers. Matter of fact, we played them Sunday, Ronbo. Washington.
Oh.
I'm a little concerned.
Well, yeah,
but Washington's defense is ranked 27th.
Which is very strange. You know what, though?
Yeah.
Bieniemy's going to get that offense fixed between now and when they play the Cowboys. Because that's plenty of time.
Yeah. Their offensive line is patchwork, though. But that defensive line is good.
Man,
they're up there. They're up there with you guys in sacks, too, Washington's defensive line.
Yeah. They got nothing but first-round top picks on that line. Every time I watch them, I think, ooh, man, get rid of the ball, boy. Get rid of the ball. I was only thinking of quarterback.
Rambo, your show Sunday was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing at Rambo. When I tried to call in, it was too late. But after I was laughing, I busted the gut laughing so much. I enjoyed the show Sunday night.
Because I was the only one in disbelief. Everybody else was talking major trash, and I was thanking Lord. You know, I said,
Yeah.
The 49ers had to be pulled off of them. I didn't see that coming. And somebody, I did.
I missed the score by 2 touchdowns because I said 28-10. It was 42-10.
Damn. The hell is wrong with the Cowboys? Tony, what do you think Jerry Jones is going to do? You know, he's not one of them kind of guys that's going to pay somebody $40 million and watch him get his brains beat out every week. Something bad is going to happen.
I said in the summertime. Let me see what's this. In about a month from now, Dak will get benched. Before I said this in the summer. He will get benched. Cooper Rush will take over. And then Trey Lance is going to start probably that Miami and that Buffalo game at the end of the year.
Well, hey, that's the last. Somewhere between 10 and 17, it becomes Trey Lance's team.
Yep. I said it in the summertime. Dallas got a tough schedule. That is a tough schedule.
Wow. They do, actually.
These teams are trying to make the playoffs.
Hey, and Tony, jump on this. Here's the thing. Now that CeeDee Lamb already made a complaint about not getting the ball enough, Dak
he's not all that.
Is screwing up. Mika is talking too much and throwing his coaches under the bus. Well, we came in that game and we wasn't prepared. If I was the defensive coach, Mika, don't you ever say anything like that about what I do with you. But matter of fact, I told you. I can just see it now. That's going to get ugly. Oh.
And my thing about Parsons, none of your callers, and nobody said this in the chat. Why is Parsons talking? Parsons was getting put on his butt the whole game, and in that first quarter, didn't Parsons have 2 neutral zone infraction penalties?
Yeah. Mika got steamrolled, and then he didn't help by them penalties.
So he can't talk.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
He played horribly. Yep.
If I'm Mika, I'd be quiet.
And I would like to talk to Mr. Parsons. I said, Michael Parsons, no disrespect. But like I said on my friend Ronbo show, you can't carry Lawrence Taylor's jockstrap. No. And you ain't better than the late Derek. You ain't better than the late Derek Thomas. The late Derek Thomas will run rings around you.
I mean, there's a lot of guys he ain't better than. I don't know what they meant by putting his name next to LT. Come on, man. No, he's not.
Yeah, it's one thing. Head coach Mike Dicker. No, it wasn't Mike Dicker. Bill Walsh said this years ago, before the 49ers getting ready to play the Bears in the NFC Championship. He called the Bears bullies and this and that. When the 49ers beat them 23-0 before they played Dan Marino, he said, talking does not win football games. Bill Walsh told the team. And that is
never
true.
has.
That is so true.
It never will.
Talking does not win football games.
Micah's going to learn. He's 24 years old. He's still stupid. But every time he gets on that microphone, he says something virtually that buries him. And the Cardinals probably wish they could play him again. That statement he made after they lost we sometimes play down to our competition. Micah, you need to have more respect for that team. You really do. Y'all lost in every facet of that game.
What are you going to say when they lose to the Chargers this Sunday?
I can't wait.
What are you going to say then?
He'll get that. They'll probably tell Micah.
That's a Sunday night game, too.
That's right. It is next Sunday.
Expect a couple more
weeks
picks
of
from
fun.
Prescott. Expect more picks.
See,
And Khalil Mack just had a 6-sack game his last game. And you got Joey Bosa on the other side.
Oh. See, that defense is supposed to be better than it was anyway. Even last year, but the people were out. Now they got that offense. Have they got anybody sick or hurt on offense?
Nope, that offensive line is good with that. The all pro is back. That I forgot that kid's name out of was it Boston College? But he's back.
Yeah.
They got 2 number 1 picks on the left side of their offensive line. Everybody's back. They're healthy. Keenan Allen is back.
I was
healthy.
going to ask you
They're
about
good
that.
to go.
Keenan Allen's ready to go. Okay. So
And
I don't
Ronbo,
know.
your quarterback crush in the draft looks like you're gonna be going against some Dorian Thompson Robertson. Looks like he's gonna be starting this Sunday.
Oh no! Is he gonna be? Is he? I didn't even know he was with the Browns. Is he with the Browns?
Yeah, he played last Sunday and only scored 3 points against Baltimore.
That's not going to continue. Or if nothing else, he's going to be a headache. I don't. Well, you know what? Coming in the NFL, if you don't get it, you don't start from the beginning. You might not be all that. We'll see. I'm scared though. I'm always scared. I was scared of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Tell me we gotta
And
go.
Ronbo, I think y'all do need to lose a game.
We do.
But y'all are not going to lose to a team that you're not expected to lose to.
Cardinals.
I think y'all going to lose a week before y'all's bye. I think y'all going to lose to Cincinnati. Then y'all will be on the bye to simmer.
Maybe. Because Cincinnati cannot lay dead like that whole season. I don't believe it. But I'm definitely worried about the Cardinals the next time we see them, too.
But that Cowboy schedule, Ronbo, it's no way. There's no way.
I mean, at least 4 more losses, if nothing else. That would give them 6.
Ronbo, Philly twice, Washington, Seattle, Detroit, Buffalo, Miami. They're not winning those games. Oh, and the Chargers. And
yes. Oh, that's going to be fun stuff. And then Michael's going to be all. If they win the game, though, and now we got to worry about Michael every time. Michael Parsons going to be back on the mic. This is Cowboy football. When we're playing Cowboys football, this is the result. Michael, boy, somebody get that microphone out of here. Get away from him. God.
Once the losers, like you said, Ronbo, about Aaron Donald,
yeah.
I'm going to say this about Parsons. Once the losing starts, the losses pile up, he going to tweak something where he can't play.
Tell me.
Watch what I tell you.
I know it. He's one of them. I can tell. I'll see you Friday, okay?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it.
It's going in front of the whole nation. The Chargers going to get him now with Herbert. Oh, you said it, too, Ronbo. Tell him more. Call him the plays, right?
He can't wait to get to the Cowboys. And he already knows Quinn. I mean, it's recent. And he knows just what it takes to beat his head.
Dan Quinn playing that soft cover 2 zone, which screwed up for Super Bowl, which y'all took advantage of. And Ronbo, I wanted to congratulate your 49ers on an excellent performance because I didn't get to talk to you guys Sunday, but I said it in the chat. Just keep it going. Y'all got some tough games coming up, too, but once y'all lose that one, then y'all can refocus.
I also want to congratulate the Falcons for coming back on a game that was pretty tough.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter's first 300-yard game. I think we're going to get Washington. I think we're going to run it down Washington's throats with Tyler Algier.
You got way too many weapons. The Falcons just have to get into some kind of a rhythm. You'll be fine.
And I know I got to go, Ronbo. I forgot to tell you, we got another weapon. I guess you wanted out, too. The Rams got that wide receiver, that rookie.
Yeah.
We traded. Today was a trade.
And you picked that wide receiver.
We got the wide receiver from the Rams. You know what we gave them, Ronbo? We gave them a 6th-round pick, and they gave them a 7th-round return.
I saw that deal when it initially went up. I didn't know he was going to go to. It was y'all.
Jefferson.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's useless now. Nakua looks like he looks. They don't need to pay him. All right, Tony.
Their general manager should be fired, man. Their management is terrible. And Ronbo, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Night, Tony.
Night.
Another fun evening. I wish we could play the Cowboys every week. My God. Fam, thank you for the contributions. Appreciate that. I love it. And also, hey, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Hit the like. I don't want to hit the like. We don't have any haters in tonight. I especially make them want to hit the like, because without us, they'd have no entertainment. And I'll see you Friday. It's time to talk about the Cleveland Browns. Niners! Ooh la la.